com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at barksdaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say barks.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Zane.
Yeah.
They see it.
Yeah.
They see it.
Oh, no. Yes. Yes and no. Maybe so. Huh. What up, everybody? Welcome in
What
on a
up?
Friday. It's humid. Not quite as hot today, maybe. Maybe we're going to get a little bit of a break. Maybe, possibly. Kind of. It's a little bit cooler outside, so that's nice. I think the high is still going to be pretty hot, and it's still going to be pretty humid, so maybe a little bit of a break. This weekend, though, we are going to get a little bit of a cold front coming through, or at least a little rain and stuff coming through from this tropical storm and hurricane that's rolling. So we're going to get some of that. That's going to cool things down a little bit, so that's nice anyway. But welcome in. It's a brand new edition on this Friday. Sports 56 Mornings. I am Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. You are who you are, and we are very glad that is somebody that is with us this morning. We got a whole bunch to get to today on the show. Our buddy Adam Kramer joins us at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk actual football, not only the Alliance and all that stuff, but we're going to talk about real, honest-to-goodness, real deal Holyfield games that are coming up this weekend. We got 4 of them. So it is an actual college football weekend for the first time in a long time, which is great. And then next week is when things start for real. So it is happening. We're going to talk to him about that. Kari Thompson joins us 9 o'clock. We're going to talk. We're going to talk some serious.
Satellite radio. Oh, my bad.
No, we're not going to do that because we don't like that around here.
Okay.
You know, that's our competitor, man. Come on.
Is it really?
Can't be. Yeah. What's satellite radio? You know, come on.
Who's got that?
It's not so much our competitor. It's really more the music competitor, but still,
Right.
you know.
Who's got satellite radio?
A lot of cars. Basically, tons of cars that are. If you buy a car in the
It comes with it.
last 10 years, pretty much comes with it. Yeah.
What?
Yep. Jump
Wasn't
in.
aware. My car's old as crap.
My car is too. But there you go.
My car's got it, but you got to pay for the subscription on that joint, right?
Well, yeah, you always got to pay for a subscription on it.
That's what I'm saying. Who does that?
They keep doing it. People do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out there, folks. Get out there. All right, so we're going to talk. We're going to talk a whole lot about about all those things that are going on. We're going to continue to bask in the glow of the recruiting masterwork that's done by Penny Hardaway. We'll talk about that. It's going to be like I said, it's going to be a very busy show. So if you want to join us, that you can do that. It's going to be super easy for you to do. You can hit us up on the AutoZone hotline. AutoZone, get in the zone. AutoZone. Phone lines 360-8255. Text line 360-8255. It's the AutoZone phone line. AutoZone text line. Hit us up whenever you can. Producing today's program is the man himself, you know, America's soy toy, ladies and gentlemen, Zechariah Boyd. Hello, Zach. How are you?
What's going on, guys? I'm doing well. It's a Friday.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I had a good laugh.
It is a
this
Friday?
morning. I had a good laugh this morning. It's
you had a good laugh?
It's going to be a good one.
Was it about that? Was it about the thing that Anthony sent out?
Yes.
Man, that was so good.
And
yeah, I wish we could play that, but
Man,
we cannot play it.
We can't play it.
Absolutely no.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
And I was trying to think, is there a clean window we could play? Like, nah, it's nothing.
No,
we can really play them.
no. And then
Uh-huh.
I personally took a deep dive into the message boards, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, these people are delusional. Big Blue Nation. Is it what it's called? Big Blue Nation?
Yeah.
Big Blue Nation.
Praying for y'all.
Yeah.
Pray for them.
Yeah, a lot of prayers need to be out there, folks. A lot of prayers need to be out there because, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough these days. It's hard out here. We're going to discuss when we because like you for those that don't know, Penny Hardaway's really good at recruiting, and that has rubbed some Kentucky fans the wrong way because there's sort of a birthright to some extent to some of this stuff, and they just really they're really upset that the John Calipari's of the world are kind of have been usurped to some degree by what you're seeing from Penny Hardaway and finessing, I think is the word that this one guy
he's
finessing
Memphis,
everybody.
Memphis,
He's a Memphis
dude, ninja.
dinger. I think
Too
is
funny,
the word he
man.
was using.
Memphis dingers, yeah. Man, that joke was so
Finessing.
funny. I wasn't ready for it 'cause I thought he was a
Finessing.
cornball at first. I thought he was a cornball, like,
It's hearing Calipari and just and the travesty.
I thought it was going to be some crap like that. Then I listened to it, I was like, oh, man, this is the funniest thing I've seen in a long time. He said
I do wish my man.
He said he's from
my man
Tennessee.
would-
I wonder where he's actually from.
Probably from the
Yeah, it looks like he's
Nashville
from
area.
Middle Tennessee. He looks very Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, probably from Nashville area, yeah. Man, it was so
You got,
funny.
you got a Middle Tennessee situation going, and you got a little bit of country kind of thing happening. And he's and just pop that camera up, my dude. Just you getting like the top of your getting like half your head is cut off. That's not so great.
He kept
But
referencing.
I guess he's just so mad. He's just so mad about it that he just can't.
It was
even
great, man.
do-
Like, that was a great
Can't even
video.
do the camera right.
That was a great video.
He
man. I ain't
kept,
gonna lie.
he kept referencing Bonzi Wells as part of
It's
the
a
Memphis
part of the staff, yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And that green screen
yeah.
was just trash. Like, why you even got that up? You're
What?
not
And
using
the green,
screen.
yeah. Why are you not going to use it? How do you have a green? The green screen is supposed to be replaced by. You're supposed to replace that with something, not just have a green screen behind you.
At first, I thought he was trolling all together. Like, I thought he was a Memphis fan who, like, when they got a Kentucky shirt,
Yeah,
it was just making a comedy video. But I think he actually is a Kentucky fan.
The folks are the people. The people are mad. People are mad. And, it's happening, folks. They're getting
Man, it
mad.
was
They're
so
getting angry.
good. That
They're
was
getting
so
angry out
good.
here.
I
They're
listened
getting,
to
they're
my
getting angry
whole-
out here.
I listened my whole trip over here, and it was so good, man. It was so He said, man, I don't. He said, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I try to stay loyal, but man, I'm about to go give a penny, man. I'm going.
He's like, sorry, Cal. Like, you lost it. You lost it,
You an
man.
old man.
Yeah.
He said, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm finna give a penny, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He's like, the game is behind you now, man. Like,
Oh man, such good stuff, bro. Such good stuff.
oh, these
Who
men-
better learn to be a point guard for the penny, man? Oh, of course. Oh yeah, of course. That's why you go. Oh man, it's so good.
This is.
I
man,
love it. I
These
love it.
message boards are
Exciting
funny.
times. Exciting times. University of Memphis, man. Like, it could be the beginning of an avalanche for sure. It could be one for sure. You get a couple of
That's
these
it.
kids to hit, and it just starts snowballing from there.
I love it. I love it when people. Are. That is the definition of in your feelings, right there. Just very very much in his feelings about all that. Which hey, listen, So we're in a different time now. We're in a different world. The expectation levels are different. The excitement levels are different. The energy level going to be different. I can only imagine what Memphis Madness is going to be like.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy.
Think
gonna
about
be a
the
movie.
The rumors of who could possibly be here. Maybe it'll actually be Justin Timberlake and Drake,
Right? Who knows?
as opposed to whatever that
Yeah, who knows?
that rumor, whatever that thing was before. Maybe it actually will. Maybe it actually will.
We gonna leave that in the past, though, man. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. It's gonna be somebody. It's gonna be somebody big. Penny and Curtis Givens the second.
Why don't you get your man Drake? I mean, for real, get Drake.
Hey,
Drake's got that Memphis
I ain't
connection.
on-
Come on.
Memphis Connect. Hey, I ain't thinking about Drake right now, man. Kendrick Lamar dropped a song and he said ambulance in the song.
And he did say that.
He
said that.
He said ambulance in the song, bro. Like I don't nothing tops this, bro. I don't want to hear nobody else. Drake, Kanye, Donda, whoever, all y'all can sit down.
He definitely said. I started laughing.
The Boogeyman is back, and I don't care nothing about none of what these dudes are talking about.
Man, is that it for your love of Drake?
The man said ambulance
He
in the
said
song.
Ambulance.
Like that was hilarious.
I mean, that's what we talked about. It's ambulance. That's what it
The
is.
man said we got Kermit. Then he gave a shout out to the vaccine, man. He said I'm the vaccine, and you know what I'm saying, the game need me to survive, bro, for real. Gave a shout out to the vaccine. We got Community. Community is out here.
Community.
Community is out here. The ambulance.
Ambulance.
Come
riding
on, man.
around.
And then I was riding down Lamar yesterday. Shout out to where was it? I was going to Phoenix Grill. Shout out to Phoenix Grill.
Mm-hmm.
Riding down Lamar, I see a line. I was like, man, did they bring inspections back? Because it was right where the inspection place used to be, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, crap, man, they brought inspections back. I'm in bad shape.
Yeah.
I had a check engine light on for 3 years. But so
You and me both.
I'm thinking it's an inspection. Like, bro, I know they ain't brought the inspection back and I ain't know nothing about it. I look up and it's like a community health center, like vaccine line. I was like, man, look at this. In the hood.
That's beautiful, man. That's what it's all about right there. Look at that.
I'm gonna tell you something about black people, bro. Like we do like conspiracy and paranoia, and I ain't getting the shot because I don't know what's in it. And they might be trying to kill me. Like that's us, but scared as hell is us too, bro. Like when it comes down to somewhere, like yeah, when it comes down to like life or death, oh no, we ain't even play with that too long for sure.
No.
Now we might do a crate challenge while on cocaine. Not on cocaine, while on crack. But we not doing
or cocaine.
No, I won't fool cocaine too much. But no. Bro.
I wouldn't fool with crack. I wouldn't fool with crack either. Either way, I don't think that's gonna be good.
But nah, man. For
well,
real,
I'm happy about that. And speaking of which,
I was super encouraged to see that, bro. For real, like the amount of people that getting the vaccine. Like Kanye had like droves of people going to get it yesterday. I was like, bro, this is crazy. Sign me up.
Speaking of which, my daughter yesterday after the show, I took her over, and we got her in the Pfizer study. So she's now officially part of the study for kids to try to get the vaccine.
You ain't told me nothing about Gabe though. You just hoarding it all to man. It's just like a Memphis. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
Unfortunately, there's no.
Unfortunately, I'm not a Memphis.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not. So, believe me, if I could have, I would have. But that was not the first study. My son was in the first study. They expanded it, but we couldn't even get my daughter in that first study. So I only had one of my kids in the study. But she went up to sign up. It was a big thing. I mean, it was a lot of process, a lot of stuff. I want to give her a shout out because she was very brave, and I had a lot of blood work and like getting poked and prodded and stuff, and that's no fun for a 7-year-old especially. But she did an awesome job, and so she got the first dose of something, either the vaccine or a placebo. I don't know which, and they don't know which. It's double blind. So, but she got their first dose of something. She's doing fine. No major issue or whatever. And I keep hearing and talking to the folks over there that things are still progressing. Normal pace. They want to make sure that especially because it involves kids, they're trying to make sure that it's like as safe as possible. So they're everything is a little bit slower when it comes to the kids because they have to really be certain. But they're still on track for probably, hopefully by the end of the year, getting kids between 5 and 11 approved. And they've got 2 other studies going with 2 to 5 and then 18 months or 6 months to 2. So they're still working on all that stuff. But the news, what I can report from the front line on that is that we're heading in the right direction on that, and that hopefully within the next few months, to maybe 3 or 4 months, maybe even sooner, if all the data really is overwhelming, then they'll be able to approve the data, approve it for kids. It's 1/3 of the dose for them. Like regular adults get 30 micrograms of this. The kids get 10. It's not and they're trying to see if they can even do it with lesser. But so anyway, just so you guys know, I don't. For me, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm putting my kids' money where their mouth is. Yes, go get the vaccine, and we're also, I've got both my kids involved in the study now to try to make sure the vaccine's safe for everybody. So I am fully committed to it, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. If you haven't been vaccinated, please go and do it. And because man, look, it wasn't easy for her to go do that. So don't let that be in vain for her. You know what I mean? A lot of crying and stuff. Don't let that be in vain. Go get your vaccine.
Peter, that's all well and good, but what I asked you was, when you gonna hook up Gabe with? So you just went all off. You done went all off left field talking about all this other stuff, man. And when I asked you,
I have no. As I said before, I have no power over any of that.
Well, how you get both of your kids in there, then, bro? But you can't help me get mine in.
Because I wasn't the one who did that.
See, man, this kind of stuff. Talk about something else, bro. You about to make me upset on a Friday, and that's not supposed to be that way.
I don't have that power.
Zach, find a clean version of that Kanye and Baby Keem, please. In your free time.
Kanye?
I don't have that power.
Not Kanye, Kendrick.
Plus, you
What
don't
you mean
even
you don't
know.
have that power and both of your kids are in the survey, bro?
I wasn't the one who set it up.
Who set it up then?
Somebody else called me.
And just say, hey, we want both of your kids in the survey.
That's all I can tell you. And I got no idea how that whole thing started.
All right, bro. I'm done talking about it. I'm done talking about it then. Gabe kicked the board.
Let me also tell you.
So I'm good.
No. Let me also tell you this. You don't know. So it's not like you can say, hey, my kid's vaccinated. You don't know. Like, I have no idea. It doesn't change at all the way you handle things because you have no idea. My son, who's been in this, he might be vaccinated. He might not be because you have a 66% chance of getting the vaccine and a 34% chance of getting the placebo. So it's not like it changes.
Yeah, I know that, bro.
Your behavior. So, it really is like I wish I could say, I'd feel a lot better if I was like, oh yeah, he's vaccinated, great. But I don't know that. I can't act as if that's the case. So, that's how it is. But shout out to everybody over there. They're doing a lot of good work, and they're working hard. It's not easy over there.
No,
and if they ever ask me, Anthony, do I know any kids? I will say yes. I promise you, I got you. But I don't know if you've ever. They don't typically involve the people in the study in like populating the study. Like, hey, you know anybody that wants to do this? No, that's not usually how it works.
I got you.
And it's certainly not how it works on this one. I can tell you that. So anyway, but just wanted to give a shout out to my daughter especially because she was very brave. I appreciate it. She's young. It wasn't easy. So she did it, and I'm glad that she did. I appreciate that she did that. All right, so when we come back, we're gonna get a little bit into the some of the news, a couple different news items to get into, including some good news for football fans out there. We'll talk about that. As I said, Adam Kramer coming up at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Our friend Kari Thompson. We had some games last night, and we'll continue to have a bunch this weekend around the preps. We'll talk about that with him as we continue in the Family Leisure Studios right here on a, well, guess what? It's human. Welcome to Memphis in August. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
Sports Time with Wallo and Stacks. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claim specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
RS Financial Group and Orion Federal Credit Union present the 2021 World Championship Hot Wing Contest, August 28th at Tiger Lane, featuring the South Hall Cafe's World Wing Series. Earn a spot to compete for $25,000. Go to worldwingfest.com. August 28th, mark the date for the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival at Tiger Lane. Live bands, $10,000 in cash prizes, presented by Orion Federal Credit Union, RS Financial Group, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. Go to worldwingfest.com.
The bridge is open. Now it's really easy to take the 15-minute drive to Cypress View Golf and Recreation and enjoy the spectacular upgrades made to the clubhouse and golf course. The fairways are looking great and the greens are better than ever. No traffic, no excuses. If you're tired of paying greens and cart fees, Cypress View has a membership that includes unlimited golf, cart, range balls, and more. A family membership is just $199 per month plus tax. Members also have access to the Olympic-sized pool, fitness center, and tennis courts. The golf shop is stocked with FootJoy apparel, Titleist bags, and equipment. A huge selection of Puka headwear and more. Cypress View Grill has a wide selection of choices from burgers to brats, Phillies to quesadillas, flatbreads to oven-fired pizzas. You're covered from golf to goods to grub. And now Cypress View has a beer license, so grab a cold one in the grill. See why Cypress View Golf and Recreation is one of the fastest growing clubs in the Mid-South. Call 870-739-6305 or visit online cypressviewgolf.com.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Sports 56 traffic.
We're working big delays here on the Bill Morris Parkway westbound between Ridgeway and I-240 is due to a crash on the left lane merging onto I-240 West. So that's Bill Morris Parkway between Ridgeway and I-240 West, dealing with a crash there. The left lane is blocked. Also, we are working a crash this morning on New Getwell Road south of Winchester at Premier Avenue. That's New Getwell Road south of Winchester at Premier Avenue. Dealing with an accident on I-240 westbound after Poplar Avenue. The inside shoulder is blocked there. So guys, take it easy out this morning. And this is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Good times. These are the good times.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. Hour number one continues. I mentioned football, Anthony, saying, you know what's coming. You know the excitement, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, guess what? College Game Day starts this weekend on ESPN. And guess who the special guest is?
Coach Prime.
Coach Prime. Prime.
Oh, for real?
For real, yes.
Dang.
Coach Prime is the
out.
guest. You did, and you were absolutely right. He is. They're going to be live for the MEAC SWAC showdown between Alcorn State and North Carolina Central in Atlanta. And one of the SWAC's best-known coaches, I would say the best-known coach, is Deion Sanders. He will join them coming up. The excitement level is going to be fantastic. We're going to be talking to Fred Jones here pretty soon about the Southern Heritage Classic, which, of course, will prominently involve Deion and Eddie George and everybody else. So extremely good about that. But that is the thing, man. So we finally get. And you know, for all the talk about Penny Hardaway, whatever, and Penny's, Coach Prime's got a whole different vibe going. Try to do similar things in a different scale. Trying to sort of finesse his way into the ranks, and he may well do it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So there, you said that his team's getting ready to play this weekend?
No, they're playing next weekend.
Okay.
But he said he's going to be there to scout the opposition. He's going to be there to scout Alcorn State.
Oh man, this is going to be so fun.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see that commercial with Coach Prime in it? The
Aflac commercial with him and Nick Saban.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Really? No, I ain't seen it.
I saw the picture of it. I didn't actually see the commercial. Is it good? Have you seen it?
It's hold on, let me find it so I can play it for y'all.
What are you gonna give Affleck some free?
Oh
some
no,
free run here?
no, not at all.
Come on, we can't be doing that. Ridiculous. While he's looking for that, shout out to Anthony Sane for reminding folks that 25 years ago, Outkast released AT Aliens.
What are we talking about?
25 years ago, man. One of my favorite albums of all time.
Yep. Every Outkast album is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Well, that's true. That's true. But man, just the cover. That cover was so awesome, man. You saw the little comic. But that was beautiful.
And then when that was the first album because they went from Southern Playalistic where they were just two Atlanta dudes.
Yeah.
And then they came with AT Aliens and they were. And 3000 had a turban on, and it was just weird
exactly.
times. Yeah,
you knew that you're like these dudes are a little bit different.
Happened to that.
Then Aquemini confirmed that they were definitely definitely something going on with these dudes. So totally different albums all the way around, but one of the absolute greatest of all time.
AT Aliens was me and you, your mom and your cousin too, right? And Wheels of Steel, and let me see. What I was on there. So good. It's
incredible. The whole album is absolutely incredible. You got it, Zach?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hit us with it.
Welcome to the team, Coach Prime.
That's what it was.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it? We did all that for that?
It was funny because it's Nick Saban telling him, welcome to the team, Coach Prime.
Welcome to the team, Coach Prime. Nick Saban is, again, a great example of how you do not need to have any kind of acting ability whatsoever to do these. He is the most stilted delivery in human history from anybody on there. It's absolutely welcome to the team, Coach Prime. It could not be more awkward for him to do that. But anyway, that's where we are. Congratulations to Coach Prime, and it's just really a reminder that College Game Day, for those of you that are so inclined, your Saturday morning will have College Game Day. from here until the end of the national championship game. So that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. It means we're really. It feels like we're really back. Like it feels real at this point. So I'm extremely excited about that, and I'm extremely excited about bringing back some of the actual games. And like I said, we'll talk to Adam Kramer about some of that. Now, one of the things that is going to make this really cool is the fact that we're going to bring this back. Whether we should or shouldn't is sort of irrelevant at this point because it's going to happen. We're bringing this back with fans. They're all the way live with fans. We're back. There's no 80%, 20%, 30%. Again, I'm not making a judgment whether that should or shouldn't be the case. Well, actually, I am. It really shouldn't be the case, but that's where we are. I love what LSU is doing. I hope more teams try to do it where they require vaccinations or a negative test for you to be involved. I hope every team from here on out does that. I think it's a shame that they won't. Memphis doesn't sound like Memphis is going to do it. It doesn't sound like Tennessee. It doesn't sound like a lot of these teams are going to do it. I think it's a shame because in this kind of environment, especially with a event like this, when you're screaming and yelling, we've talked about the mechanism of how this stuff spreads before, but screaming and yelling makes it spread further and more. That's why singing in a choir has been linked to super spreader events. It's why you have to be careful with that stuff. So, in any event, all that aside, it is going to be nice to see bands and all the pageantry of college football because I thought college football was hurt more than just about any other sport by the lack of fans. College football without fans is just not. It's not right. It's not right. You need fans to have college football. It just isn't the same without them. Now, the NFL's trying to get started as well, and over in Nashville they got a little issue. 9 positive Titans cases, 2 coaches, 7 players, including Ryan Tannehill, quarterback for the Titans, coach Mike Vrabel, who continues to test positive throughout all of this. And while 93% of NFL players are at least partially vaccinated, they've gotten at least 1 dose, and most staff members are, we really, amongst coaching staffs, it's like 99%. There are still some cases, and there's still some teams. The Vikings have had issues with it. The Titans are having some issues with it. And now the league wants to move testing, even for vaccinated players, to once a week as opposed to once every 2 weeks. Players who are not fully vaccinated will have to be tested daily, and that continues to be the case. But they want to increase the testing because of the surge around the country and case clusters that are still problematic. And we saw the kid from Rutgers, Peyton something, I forget his last name, who transferred from Rutgers because Rutgers required a vaccination. And he said, I can't do that, so I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Good luck to you, buddy.
That's the deal breaker?
Decisions.
You got it.
That's the deal breaker. I don't know where he's gonna. I guess he's have to transfer to Liberty or something.
G League.
No.
Wrong sport.
Nah. Wrong sport. So in any event, it's still all these are reminders that we're still dealing with all this stuff. The league's the NFL's chief medical officer, Dr. Alan Sills, identified one cluster amongst the team. He did not identify the team, but he said 38% of a team's unvaccinated players were infected. So
how many?
38% of a team's unvaccinated players. Now, how many could there be? I don't know. If there's 20 players, then that means that 7 of them, 8 of them are, infected. So, but nonetheless, they're trying to push all these mitigation policies. There was one player, I forget who it was, who posted yesterday that the NFL sent him a letter and threatened to fine him because they said he's unvaccinated. They said, well, you weren't. We noticed you on August 25th at 10 a.m. You took your mask off for 30 minutes while you did this, and then they were watching him interact, and they went back and watched the team video, I guess from their practice facilities of him, and they sent a note. So they are being extremely vigilant about all of this, which they're going to have to be. But at some point, saying, don't we have to just, especially now that they're approved, don't we just have to mandate these vaccines? I mean, like, why are we bending over backwards, twisting ourselves in knots for these few people that are wanting to hold on?
If you sit back, I mean, I'm at the point now, man, where I'm like, you do what you want to do, but it's pretty obvious what's coming. So, you can buck against that all you want, and it's pretty inevitable what's coming down the line. So, hey, do what you want to do until you can't do it no more is all I can say. Because it's pretty clear the direction that all this is going in. Because people ain't going to play with their money. People ain't going to miss money. Not going to shut nothing down. Like I said, I can see schools possibly shutting down. But, yeah, man, it's going to be business as usual in a minute. And people are just going to say, hey, get the vaccine or you're not doing this. And that's going to end a lot of these conversations. Because there's a lot of people there's a wave of people who are, the wait and see thing was real to me. There were people who legitimately were concerned about side effects and those type of things. But when they're seeing these hard numbers of cases in the hospital, how the vast majority, 90% and up of those cases are people that are unvaccinated, which is basic biology, basic math. I think people are seeing that like, yeah, man, we quit screwing around. But you got some people that they'll go to their grave on some weirdo stuff. Like I had somebody send me some video about how a loophole around mandatory stuff. I'm like, man, don't send me in the crap like this, man. I'm not this, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I'm just fatigued in talking about people who are willingly not going to ever be on the right side of this. So, do what you want, man. But it's pretty obvious what's about to go down. So, you might want to get it while the lines are still fairly short. Can you imagine what the last leg lines are gonna look like on the vaccine? Like the vitriol is gonna be, man,
this bull crap, man.
Yeah, people are gonna have to be strapped down. It's ridiculous. We're seeing now, but we're seeing now that. I mean, I think you're right. Okay, so I do think you're right that people are concerned about the consequences and all that stuff. I think that's a real thing. There's some people that are concerned about side effects. That's fine. I think those people, if they were genuinely concerned, I think they would do their own. They would actually look at. There was an enormous amount of data prior to this full authorization that was very evident and very overwhelming. But if they didn't want to look at that, if they wanted to wait for the full authorization, then fine. Now they've got the full authorization for the Pfizer, so they want to go get it, and they can. And because of that full authorization, now you're seeing organizations handle this thing a little bit differently. We saw yesterday Delta, which, by the way, one of the funniest things is that they refuse to call it the Delta variant. They call it by the biological name. It's like B111.6. They're like, because of the B111.6 increase, no, Delta, just say it. Say what it is. Say the name of it. I know y'all don't want to, but you got to say it. Which I guess I can't blame them for. If it was the Sports 56 variant, I guess we'd probably try not to say it as much as we possibly could if it was our brand name or the Delta variant. But anyway, they said that they're going to institute an extra $200 a month surcharge for anybody on their health insurance who's unvaccinated. So anybody that's got the Delta health insurance, now they have to pop an extra $200 per month if they refuse to get the vaccine.
Yeah, talk is cheap, man. A lot of people are talking about what they're never
going to do. We're going to see more and more. Yeah, we're going to see more and more. You're worth $2,400 a year.
Bro. Trust me, you're going to cave in. You might as well do it now. Like I said, while the lines are short. Because I'm telling you.
Is it worth $2,400 a year? Now, now there's a different discussion to be had about whether they should go ahead and mandate it because they're dealing with customers and all that stuff, and you've got flight attendants and people that interact with people, gate attendants, all that stuff. I think they should mandate it anyway. I think they're kind of passing the buck. But that being said, it still means it's going to cost you $2,400 a year. It's going to cost you basically the cost of a nice vacation not to get vaccinated.
And it's not just that, man. It's going to be getting your kids in school, your job, traveling, going to certain events, going to restaurants, going to bars. You're going to get the vaccine, man. You can be Willie Wilkinson all you want, but I'm telling you, you're not. They're going to change. This is going to change everything, and rules are going to change. Everything's going to change, and Yeah, go ahead and set your appointment, man. While the line's still short, that's all I can advise for you, because it's obvious what's about to happen.
Yeah,
You've been on the wrong side of this for a long time, and now they're gonna just, do what you want. Yeah, don't put it in your body. You're right.
And you basically got one shot left, now, I mean, again, and we're seeing it amongst police departments. There's a thing going on in Chicago right now. Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot has mandated vaccination for all city employees, including police officers, and the police union is not happy about it. The police president said, listen to this quote. This is from the Fraternal Order of Police president in Chicago. This has literally lit a bomb underneath the membership. We're in America, GD it. We don't want to be forced to do anything, period. This ain't Nazi effing Germany.
Okay. Man, they love reference that time period, man.
But y'all gonna be some mad protesting SOGs.
Man.
This is the police union president.
Go get the shot, man. I'm tired of talking about it. Go get the shot. Y'all gonna be mad as a mug in a minute.
Man, this is bull crap, man. I'm just trying to keep my job to feed my kids, man.
Until it hits home.
Hey, I ain't finna play with these folks. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of trying to tell people what
It's just incredible the nonsense that people have. You can't tell me what to do.
Oh, okay.
And yet people tell them what to do all the time. With all different sorts of things.
Yep. Yeah. Walk up in your job high. See what's gonna happen.
You can't tell me what.
Show up drunk. Show up drunk. Try to fly that plane. See how that goes.
Right, man. You can't tell me what to do until it hits home, man.
Mm-hmm.
Certain personal choices are not allowed. You can, and these same people will put God knows what into their body, just not this vaccine that has been vetted more than anything else that they put in their body. More than that, whatever that alcohol is that they're drinking, or whatever the thing that they're smoking, or whatever, any of that stuff, any of those supplements they're taking. This stuff has been tested a lot more. I think it's hilarious that the National Police Director says you cannot tell people what to do. This is the police officer quote. You cannot tell people what to do.
Mr. Officer, you are absolutely
That's
correct.
literally what police do the entire time, is tell people what to do. That's their whole job, is to tell people what they can and cannot do.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me, man.
It's my individual choice. Hey, you can't tell me I got to get licensed. My car? Oh, you want me to give all my information to the government so they can tell me I can drive? I'm a grown-up. I know how to drive.
Exactly. We've been doing this stuff forever.
So when you get pulled over, tell the officer, hey, it's my personal choice not to get license and registration. Hey, you can't tell me what to do.
Lisa H. says that I don't agree with mandating it because I know people where their doctors have told them not to get it, or the doctor is unsure they should get it. I would be absolutely shocked if there aren't special allowances for the vaccine. So I'm not really concerned.
There are yes, and the answer to that is if there are very, very rare circumstances, and I want this to be, they are exceedingly rare circumstances where someone might be told that the vaccine might not be the best for them based on some. But again, even folks that have autoimmune disorders and stuff, things that normally they're now getting the vaccine. There's now availability for them. But if there is in fact something that is that problematic, then there are allowances for that, and there are allowances. But you have to actually state that. You have to fill that out. There was a professor who was fired in I think it was Minnesota, and they kept telling him you got to get vaccinated, or else you got to fill out something to let us know why you're not getting vaccinated, or we're going to fire you. And he didn't do either. All he did was complain about it. He didn't want to get it, but then he didn't want to disclose, some kind of a religious exemption or some kind of a, physical exemption or whatever. He didn't want to disclose that. So there are always exceptions that you can fill out and do that. But for the vast, overwhelming, 99% majority of people, they don't apply. So just go get it.
Hey,
and mandate it for that reason.
Give Peter some music, Zach. I'm about to cue him up real fast.
Oh no.
Give Peter some music, not me. You ready, Peter?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm willing to bet. You ready, Zach? I'm willing to bet, Peter. Get comfortable, man. You good? I'm willing to bet that the Memphis Grizzlies aren't going to do anything. Like they're going to say, come on, come off. Speak on it, P. This is Rich Robert Parra, who.
This is a rich man, a billionaire many times over.
Zach, write the music,
wealthier.
Man. All right, come on, let's go.
You got a whole group.
He had me fooled, man. He had me fooled during Black Lives Matter. He had me fooled when he was paying these people salary when during the pandemic. He had me fooled when he opened up the FedEx.
I tried to tell you. You can never trust a billionaire. Never. How quickly these folks change, man. Oh yeah, I want you to. Oh yeah, I want. We want these guys to give whatever money they can. Oh, they can give whatever. Stop. As quickly as that spigot turns on, it turns right back off. And on top of that, Grizzlies, I would advise you take what Brooklyn did and do it yourselves, or else you are being irresponsible to this community. You're being uncaring. You're being unkind. And you're putting money in front of health, as so many others are doing. And that applies to the University of Memphis as well. You need to require vaccination. At the very least, vaccination or a negative test. Don't endanger your fans. Don't contribute to the spread of this terrible thing that's already being done around the area just because you want to make sure that you get a little extra money. Is that extra $1 million worth it? Is that really worth it? Be part of the problem?
I mean, come on, man. You're paying John Conchar. Come on, you can't afford Mystico.
They did cut Sean McDermott, though. They did cut Sean McDermott. So.
You just paid Jonte Porter a whole season to be out there with no drawers and no socks on. Come on, man.
Yo.
What are the odds that Jonte Porter is vaccinated?
None. Zero.
About 0% on that one.
Negative 100 million.
Man, I'm going to be so disappointed if that's the case. I'm not going to judge him until I see anything, but I'm going to be so disappointed if that's the case.
Somebody said they talked.
I'm already disappointed. Yeah, I heard that too. I think
they could just be crap. Though. They could just be telling you what they.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything for sure, but I just think there's a lot of folks out there who talk a lot, but I want to see if they back it up. University of Memphis as well, y'all. Hey, you get the chance with the football team. If LSU can do it, you can do it.
Yep.
LSU got three times as many folks out there. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make excuses. Make a difference.
Keith says, I paid for my tickets to Memphis football game, but I'm not even thinking about going now that the Delta variant is back.
Mm-hmm.
The Delta's back.
You got a lot of people out there.
The Rock is back.
You got a lot of people there like that, though. You got a lot of people there like that. And it's absolutely, hey, man, look, come on. Don't bend. I'm sick of bending over backwards to accommodate this small fraction of people that doesn't want to do it and wants to drag their feet. I'm sick of changing my life and my whole situation and everybody else's that I know because we got to deal with these people.
Yeah.
Why do y'all get to set the standard?
Get
vaccinated.
Get vaccinated. You're not the majority.
Shut up.
Well, y'all are the majority.
Yeah, y'all. No, they're not the majority. I can assure you they're not the majority.
Have the numbers flipped over for real?
Yes. Nationally, yeah. Wait.
For real? Yeah, y'all need to come on and quit playing, man. Hey, it's going to come around. It's going to be okay, man. I don't even think it's going to get to that point. I think by the time they start talking about mandating stuff, people are going to realize, because you're seeing the pickup, man. You're seeing people in droves almost going to get it. It's going to pick up, man.
I hope so.
Just like I remember one cold day in November. I went to bed like, oh, man, I don't know, Zach. Looking like we down right now, man. Then we came in here and we celebrated in the studio, man, because the numbers just started switching. And this went from red to blue. And a couple weeks later, the Proud Boys were taking over the world. They were going to the Capitol and
causing a wreck.
Dressing up like Fortnite characters, but not Martin Luther King Jr.
They were clearly building outside the museum, man, like breaking walls and windows.
Maybe they saw it coming. You're not gonna mess up our Fortnite.
We'll come back and I continue here. Deal Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
You have opinions?
What do you hear? What do you say?
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right up and save money like never before at the Sunrise Chevy Big Top 10 event. See high prices disappear before your very eyes. Huge discounts and factory rebates up to $6,000. Bankrupt, slow pay, divorce, it's okay. The Sunrise Chevy team has over $500 million available for immediate financing and wants to get you financed. An $18 million used car inventory specializing in cars and trucks that are $10,000. See them all at sunrisememphis.com. The Sunrise Chevy tent sale in Collierville. Find new roads to Collierville, partner.
CenterPoint Energy takes many steps to help ensure the safety of gas lines in your community and shares important tips like the following. A distinct odor similar to rotten eggs is added to natural gas. If you smell it, clear the area and immediately call CenterPoint Energy. Plus, always remember to call 811 before you dig or begin an outdoor project. Natural gas is one of the safest fuels. To find more tips, visit centerpointenergy.com/gas safety.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Attention foodies, there's a great new place to eat in a great restored building. South Hall Cafe is now open for breakfast, brunch, and lunch in the former Tobacco Corner. Chef Jesus Ramon is creating classics from scratch with a twist. Enjoy all your favorites, including the best cheese grits in the South, a full bar, an in-house pastry chef, catering, online ordering for curbside or delivery, and a covered patio with live music on the weekends. We're open 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on weekends. South Hall Cafe, corner of Poplar and Mendenhall.
Grind City Brewing Company is taking care of beerness in Memphis. Grind City Brewing is the dream of a father and son duo to create a brand that delivers a high quality, great tasting, and easy drinking craft beer. And they've done it. The brewery sits high above the city elevation in uptown Memphis with 15,000 square feet of beerness, including a 5,000 square foot tap room. Grind City Brewing is committed to all things Memphis, including the Tigers. They have created a malt liquor called Tiger Tail that is the official craft beer of the University of Memphis. Tiger Tail comes in 16-ounce six-packs and is not your typical malt liquor. Tiger Tail is crafted with a bold and smooth flavor, has 7.5% alcohol, and its clean finish makes it incredibly easy drinking. Tiger Tail and Grind City Brewing, taking care of beerness in Memphis.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
We got Adam Kramer coming up here in just a moment. Very excited. By the way, got something really, really cool coming up here for you guys. So we're talking about how the excitement and the energy level and all that stuff is real, and we're feeling that extra little something, right? A little something wonderful going on. Guess what? Tomorrow, Tiger Lane, courtesy of our friends at Gateway Tire, we've got some tickets to the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival. Who doesn't love hot wings? We've talked about wings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's gonna be there in the house?
Cool.
Scarface, Al Capone.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. We got tickets
Wing that trick.
to give away.
Get them.
Base that trick. Let's. So we're gonna give away a couple of. We're gonna give away some 2 pair of tickets here right now. If you want to give us a call on the AutoZone hotline right now, thanks to our good friends over at Gateway Tire, we appreciate y'all. I'm gonna give away a couple pairs of tickets right now. We're gonna give away some more throughout the show, so keep listening. But caller number 1 and caller number 3 at 360-8255. Zach, are you ready for this? Caller number 1, caller number 3, 360-8255. You want a pair of tickets to the Hot Wing Contest and Festival, the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival over at Tiger Lane tomorrow, 1 to 8. Everybody there, have some fun. You can go to worldwingfest.com to find out more. There's, of course, the wing eating contest in addition to the prize. All that stuff. They got cornhole. They got kids stuff. They got VIP. They got all that stuff, man. Come on. It's gonna be a lot of fun over at Tiger Lane. So go and check it out. World Championship Hot Wing Festival. How many wings do you think you could eat, Zane? Like if you were able to just, let's say you were fully super hungry, you hadn't eaten in a while, the optimal eating conditions.
I have a very small. I can't put down food.
Careful how you finish that sentence.
No, seriously, I can't. I can't put down food like I used to at all. Like for real. I struggle to get. If I got like a 10-piece with fries and a drink, I had to struggle to get through that 10-piece. Like I just can't put food down like that anymore. So I don't know. I used to go to.
Zach, are we good on winners, by the way?
Yes, we are.
The Hooters on Mount Moriah, when they had all you can eat wings, I could eat plates on plates of wings when I was like in my early 20s. I just can't do it no more. Can't do it.
It's different. As you get older, it's different for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I once saw former Fox 13 sports guy David Lee. You remember David Lee?
I know the name, yeah.
Fox sports guy? Not to be confused with NBA player David Lee.
Mm-hmm.
This man ate 55 wings in one sitting. I watched him eat 55 Hooters wings in one sitting.
Yeah, but I can't do it.
55. We counted 55.
Mm-mm.
And those things are breaded too, so that's a whole different.
Yep.
If it had been like naked wings, God, he might have gotten to 70 or 80. 55 in one sitting. That's incredible. We'll give away some more tickets to the Hot Wing Festival coming up here throughout the show, so make sure you stick around. But congratulations to our winners thus far. Coming up, hour number 2, Adam Kramer joins us.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new, latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Whether you're driving for distance, pitching for precision, or putting to win it all, come to Edwin Watts Golf Shop to get custom fit for all your clubs throughout your bag. Hit a few balls and let our team show you the latest swing technology and data that will help optimize your game. Having each club tailored to become your gamers will help you start shooting lower scores. Let Edwin Watts Golf Shops help you make every shot the perfect one. Come in and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toed boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nebo lights, Orco hard coolers, good-looking duck head dress shirts, duck head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Kimes Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic-approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Guns & Ammo has a full line of Pro Shot products, a tremendous selection of accessories from belts, holsters, gun cases, specialty boxes, Benchmade knives, and assorted optics. At Guns & Ammo, enjoy selecting all your favorite firearms, from hunting supplies to target shooting to self-defense. Experience the excellence at Guns & Ammo with a friendly, knowledgeable staff and hundreds of guns to choose from. Guns & Ammo, 3615 Summer Avenue, Memphis local, and supporting the NRA and Friends of the NRA. Guns & Ammo, family owned since 1985.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claim specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got a new accident on the roadways. Working a crash on I-240 East at Airways Boulevard. That's I-240 East at Airways Boulevard. It's the right shoulder is blocked, I want to say. Or it's near the ramp of Airways. So just keep that in mind. I-240 East at Airways Boulevard. We still working probably some delays on the Bill Morris Parkway between Ridgeway and I-240 westbound due to a crash this morning. So just keep that in your keep that in mind as well. Bill Morris Parkway westbound between Ridgeway and I-240. We might be dealing with some delays there due to an accident this morning. And this is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Hallelujah! They call me Casper.
All right, so I'm pretty sure, as we welcome you back, hour number 2.
The Holy Ghost.
On a hot one, again, humid, all that. I'm pretty sure that Zach does the only traffic in the city of Memphis, or anywhere in the country for that matter, that involves the phrase. I want to say it's on the... I want to say that's near the. I've never ever heard. I want to say like maybe on I-40. That sounds right. I don't think I've ever heard that before on a traffic report. So that's exciting.
It was kind of hard to judge off the video because it was like it's on the ramp, but it's not really on it. So it's like I think it's on the ramp.
I want to say it's on the ramp. But I can't really tell exactly what's going on. Yeah,
but if you're heading in that direction, just be mindful of it. So
listen, everybody, please. You have to understand how good Zach's traffic reports are. This is very
just the development of it over the year he's been doing.
Yeah, you don't get. You don't get that anywhere else. You're not gonna find that anywhere else. I can promise you that.
Nah.
Something else you're not gonna find anywhere else. Our good friend Adam Kramer, who joins us now, and it's time to talk actual, by God, college football. It's really happening. We got College Game Day tomorrow with Coach Prime on there. And by the way, make sure you call him Coach Prime, Adam, if you're ever down there talking to him. Definitely don't just call him Dion. How excited are you, my friend? Welcome in.
Great Friday. I'm excited. I got like a 5:30 a.m. alarm clock for tomorrow, and then driving down to Champaign to go watch me a football game in person. Brett Bielema back. Get to watch Brett Bielema. It's gonna be like 100 degrees. He and I are gonna be sweating like honey baked hams out there. But I'm gonna have a glaze. Already trying to map out what the proper consumption of drinks is going to look like. What should we be consuming given the heat? We've not tailgated in a while, of course, because the fan situation in the Big Ten last year was non-existent. So we got to like get back into our routine here. But no, it's I know it's week 0. The slate of games isn't exactly by some standards, I think people would say it's rather weak. But this particular game, I'm intrigued by. Certainly, and I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a fun day.
Well, we'll talk about the specifics of that coming up in that particular game that you are referring to. Because yes, it's not an ordinary week. I wouldn't necessarily be real excited about it, but because it's week 0 and we haven't had college football in a while, and on top of that, you haven't been able to go and really be part of the action in a while. It's a whole different situation. But let's talk about the alliance for a second, or whatever this thing is. That we've come to find out. The Big Ten, the ACC, Pac-12 have come together, Adam, in a way that is, I don't know what it is, honestly. They are aligned to maybe do some stuff with scheduling, possibly, and maybe some other stuff. But there's no, written anything. And as we know in college, of course, your word is your bond. There's never been any verbal commitments of any sort that have been broken by players or anybody else. So, we know that's just a fact. They're not really – there's nothing that's like official. There's no timetable. There's not – they looked each other in the eye, as best I could tell, and they did a sort of a manly handshake and kind of said, hey, I appreciate you, buddy. And that's about it. Am I missing something here? What's the sum total of this alliance?
Nothing. It's one of the most ridiculous stories I have ever heard. This is 3 conferences that felt slighted by the SEC that tried to figure out the quickest way to deliver a press release. And this is the result of it. Honestly, I think it's embarrassing. They can't do any scheduling in the interim because all that stuff is mapped out like decades in advance, also quite dumb. And so you trotted these guys out there, and what did you learn? Like, the SEC just looked smarter and smarter. You have 3 inexperienced conference commissioners, and to me, and I'm a Big Ten guy, I'm not an SEC homer. I think you could agree with that at this point in our the amount of talking we've done with each other. I just like to call it specifically how I see it.
Yeah.
I found this to be one of the most overhyped and really dumb premises. There's nothing here other than we did this joint press conference and we're going to be friendly until somebody threatens our money, and then we're going to do what's best for us again, and that's that. So, man, yeah, bad. I shouldn't say bad. It was kind of harmless. And eventually, if we do get more interesting out-of-conference games, great. But how funny is it? We do this alliance thing, and then what's the big scheduling announcement? USC versus LSU. That's the big scheduling announcement this week,
Exactly.
which is amazing.
Exactly. Yep, that's exactly right. And I mean, so like in we were talking about this before. So like for the alliance of this thing, like Ohio State, Clemson, what exactly does it do for them for the top of this thing? Like I think they can look over and start really getting extra jealous because the alliance top to bottom fine for like Purdue, for Illinois, for Indiana, for Arizona State, fine, okay, they get a few more games, whatever. But for the very top, the teams that are at the absolute pinnacle of this thing, Ohio State, Clemson, Michigan, that kind of thing, what does this do for them? They're going to spread themselves even thinner, adding a game against a Oregon, that's not going to be that much of a needle mover for them, and particularly for Clemson, who is locked in from a TV deal that's still locked in to 2036, I believe, in the ACC. Yep. This doesn't materially change that at all. It doesn't, if you added a team, you could renegotiate that TV deal. Now they can't do that. So I think it's all well and good for the middle of these tiers. I don't know that we all need to see like an Indiana against Colorado game, but we're going to see it. But at the top of the thing, this doesn't seem like it does anything to help them out.
No. Look, scheduling is complicated. It is kind of hilarious that this is what threatened conferences to do creative scheduling. I wrote that on Twitter. It's like you needed the SEC to kind of fire this first cannonball for other conferences. Be like, you know what? Maybe we should schedule each other, right? Like, it's like, all right. So that part's infuriating too. The whole thing is, yes, what does it do for Clemson and Ohio State? Not much. I mean, there's a possibility it does something for us, right? We could benefit. If this alliance comes to fruition, we could benefit as a result of it, to see some unique scheduling opportunities. But most of these scheduling opportunities are bad. Let me ask you this. You really excited about Rutgers, Oregon State? Are you really excited about that? Like, is that going to do it for you? So most of the games, look, I'm from Jersey, okay? I'm allowed to make fun of Rutgers. Most of the games are largely meh, and that's okay. Some of the games would be spectacular. We get Ohio State Clemson 10 years from now, maybe the alliance would be worth it. But it is, again, it's hard to – this is a lot of bark, very little bite as it stands here today, and it doesn't feel like that's going to change. What this does do, though, as a whole, philosophically, they're concerned about one network owning a playoff. They want to have some more control in the way the playoff is dictated, and the SEC is, of course, lassoed to this conference, and they're trying to get some control back. I think it's going to be a difficult task to do.
How much do you believe that the Pac-12 is actually going to stand pat? Like that they have no plans on expanding? Because it just seems like this. It just seems like a ridiculous claim that you're not going to do anything at all when you see everyone else around you moving the way that they are.
You know, when this first started and we first started talking about it, we went down the rabbit hole of like, oh, what's next, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought there's no way it can't. The more people that I've talked to, and the more I've dove into this, I do think the Pac-12 is actually in a position of strength, and I don't think it has to make a move simply to make a move. I still think, I guess, Texas Tech would have made some sense because you can get into the Texas market. I thought Oklahoma State would have made some sense because Oklahoma State, from a program standpoint, has had its moments in football. In basketball, not necessarily a huge market, but, still a decent ad. As you think about it, though, the Pac-12 with a new conference commissioner, I think it's legit. Now, there's no timeline on, like, we're not going to do this at the moment. And so that could change. But as I'm getting a vibe from this, it really does feel like the Big 12 is going to add. Like, the Big 12 is going to get on the aggressive. And BYU, Cincinnati, Boise State, Central Florida, that's not going to remedy all wounds. But as a fan of the sport, if the Big 12 were to add those 4 schools, I'd be in. Now, I don't write television checks. I'm probably the worst person to be asking. But I think you could do a heck of a lot worse than adding 4 schools that I seek out to see what they're doing. You know what I mean? So to me, it's an interesting move. To your original question, I don't know how valid, how long term this is to sit and wait, but I do think it's legitimate. I do think it starts to outline what the proper blueprint is of the next step, which is not dissolve this conference, is to, all right, let's salvage what we can and bring as many quality programs in as we can.
Well, here's what I would say to that. I think, number one, they definitely threw the Big 12 a bone. Yeah, they could have really put the nail in the coffin to some degree if they'd said, look, we're going to go out, we're ready for expansion, we're going to poach. That could have really done a number on the Big 12 as a going concern. They chose not to do that. So that tells me that there's, they have some interest in keeping the Big 12 around for whatever reason. So, okay, we can go with that. That's fine. But the second thing is, now we come to what I think is a more intriguing discussion, and it's one that directly involves Memphis and the AAC, along with the Big 12, which is to say, which conference should cannibalize which? Initially you would say, well, I mean, obviously the Big 12 is the bigger conference. That would stand to reason. But when you take away Texas and Oklahoma and you look at actually as they start to renegotiate their TV deal, which is up in 2025, and you look at what they actually bring to the table as of right now, as of this moment right now, does this group, with adding, Cincinnati, Houston, BYU, Boise, whoever, is that trump the AAC adding the best four from the Big 12 and renegotiating? The AAC adding Boise and Oklahoma State and Texas Tech and Baylor and TCU, plus Cincinnati, Memphis, Houston, etc. Which eats which if push comes to shove? Because I'm not sold that the Big 12 is that strong as a brand that they're just naturally going to go ahead and jump in. Cincinnati is just going to be like, oh yeah, absolutely, and all these other teams. I'm not so sure about that.
I think name value is important. Although I say that, and the Big East had a really strong, connected with people, and now it's kind of like, oh yeah, the Big East. Remember that? So I still think
Memphis is still burned by that whole thing. Everyone, they had the huge big thing. Oh, we're joining the Big East, and it
wasn't no Big East.
You know what this boils down to, and I don't think we can answer this, but this is going to turn into like a lawyer negotiation. I mean, this is it. What is going to generate more television dollars? And I think your point, I think it's close. Like I'd say the gap has either closed entirely or closed completely, almost closed completely, right? It's really tight. And that speaks volumes to the power of two programs. So I do still think it has a chance. I think it offers up, if you're a BYU, you're pretty interested. If you're Cincinnati, you're listening. I think that's it. These schools are in pretty good positions to maximize their potential worth. So, of course, you're going to take a seismic hit from Texas, Oklahoma. But I do think now when we look at the future of the Big 12, it is going to survive. We'll see it's kind of like a coaching search. You start with a short list, and you may have to expand that list. And we may get to that point here.
Some of this to be fair, Adam, some of this stuff is just me worrying a little bit out loud about the future of the University of Memphis, because I'm not sure that in the reckoning of what you're talking about, the Big 12 adding these other schools, especially if BYU and Boise get involved, I don't necessarily think that Memphis is in that mix. And if Memphis isn't in the mix and the best 3 or 4 teams from the AAC leave, I think that's a world of hurt.
I think Memphis is
teams.
in that mix.
I hope so. I hope so. I don't hear them. I don't hear them as much.
Yeah, you didn't have them in your list. That's what
Yeah.
Well, but I think everybody's list at this point is kind of BS, anyways. I think I get a sense that BYU and Cincinnati are legitimate, but you don't have to be a scoopmeister to understand why that would be the case. I don't think Memphis. How far down was what we're talking about? I think they're right there. You get into UCF and Boise, I'd say Memphis is in that group. To me, BYU and Cincinnati represent probably the A pool of candidates, and I'd say it's A- to B+. You jump down there, you get to UCF, you get to Boise. You look at what Memphis has done, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on your guys' show, but like in terms of football accolades, maybe it hasn't been as loud at times as UCF's season or Boise State's run, which is it's been a minute since Boise State has done that, by the way. Yes. I think Memphis is right there. If I'm making this decision, and thank God I'm not, I would certainly take a long, hard look at Memphis before I got to a lot of teams.
I would agree with you. I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I mean, what Memphis has done, in and of themselves, and I think they've also shown from a, needle-moving standpoint, if you looked at what happened when game day was here in Memphis, what a spectacle that was. The fan base has gone up exponentially over the last couple of years. I mean, it's a whole different ball game than it used to be. So I think they are a much more appealing option now than they ever were prior to that. I just don't know if it's going to be enough when all is said and done. I don't know that it's that's the only issue there. Is it too little, too late? And I think it would be heartbreaking for them to fall just short of whatever that cutoff line ends up being. After having done so much good work and been so proactive and all, that would be a heartbreaking situation because it would drop them. I don't know what that tier is going to look like, Adam, when this whole thing is said and done. But I think at some point we continue to edge ever closer to the mythical power conferences, super conferences versus absolutely nobody. And we're getting to that point.
We have UConn playing this weekend, right? Like UConn's in an atrocity of a football program. And I can say that atrocity is largely because of what happened in the last round of realignment. UConn was one of the teams that was left kind of wondering what the heck to do. And this somebody is going to get hosed out of this, and some buddies are likely to get hosed out of this. So I'm with you. I just would be, and I'm wrong a lot, but I would be surprised if that team is Memphis.
I hope that's the case.
Adam, we had a texter that said that Memphis basketball plays a role too, and I'm sure it plays some type of role. I think that percentage is probably a lot smaller than this texter believes. What do you think the impact of a good, successful basketball program is as far as these conference realignments go?
I think it's a talking point, but I think because football is such the mover that it's not the talk. Football just is overwhelming when it comes to these discussions because that's where the majority of the revenue, even for teams that generate revenue through basketball, is. Now, there are exceptions to this point. Memphis actually could be one of them. And my goodness, man, this is a good time for Memphis to be making an impression on that front. I'll say that. But, like Kansas with the Big Ten, if Kansas doesn't have the basketball, I don't even know if the Big Ten would ever consider. I don't know if the Big Ten is considering it. So I think it plays a factor. But if you're looking at this, and I'll try to cut this up with a very awkward percentage amount, I'd say this is like 15 to 20% of a discussion. I really do, and it certainly.
I think you're being
is not
kind. I think you're being kind with 15.
It may be. I might be being kind. I'm on your radio. I'm trying to make your listeners happy.
No, you got to give them the truth because if this thing was really important, if it was really important at all, and because I can tell you it is not, it is really important at all. Kansas would not be the redheaded stepchild in all these discussions. I mean, nobody is going out there and saying, "Oh, we got to get Kansas. We got to jump Kansas into the mix." Kansas is an afterthought in all these discussions, and their basketball program is amongst the most storied of all time. I mean, Indiana has an incredibly storied program, all that stuff. It just doesn't move the needle at all when it comes to these discussions.
It's why Oklahoma State to me is interesting, though, because Oklahoma State Kansas is horrifically bad in football. And so the basketball certainly does nothing to make up for it because football has been, oh my God. I just was on Wikipedia going through their seasons, by the way, since 2005. Whew. Wow, that is a wild ride. So yes, to your point, it does not move the needle. It is a consideration. But when you're looking at the actual money, you're looking at football.
Well, and it's just that simple. And again, I'll go back to to saying the idea of this stuff is really, really, really only very few programs basketball as big as they are in Memphis compared relative to the football. There's just not that many of them. Kansas is certainly one of them. Kentucky in the mix. So that's a huge thing. But not everybody's like that, and so I think you have to kind of factor that in when you're talking about these discussions, and especially when in the ratings and all that stuff. I mean, football is on a completely different planet than everything else. All right, so let's get to it. You're going to be there tomorrow. Yeah. We got actual, by God, real life football to watch. It may not be the absolute pinnacle, but guess what? It's there. And you can bet on it if you want to, and I encourage you to do that with our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. You can check it out. FanDuel Sportsbook, get the app, use promo code BIGHEAD. Adam, if you want to jump in on that, and I think it'd be a great idea for you to do that. Promo code BIGHEAD, by the way, that's my promo code. Nebraska, Illinois, 7-point favorite are the Cornhuskers in this one as Brett Bielema reintroduces himself to the Big Ten in the fashion that only he can. What say you?
I like Nebraska, which, I've gone back and forth on this game. I think Bielema stylistically is going to be similar to the last time we saw him, which is running the ball. They have a couple of good backs at Illinois. I still can't quit Adrian Martinez for Nebraska at quarterback. I mean, the guy was thrown to the fire for a couple of years with Scott Frost, has turned the ball over way too much. But even his last game last year ran for like 150 yards. I still think his talent is extraordinary if he can eliminate mistakes, and he's still young. And so I think a guy like this, when I look at a game like this, I'm looking at star power, and you've got a lot of new skill position players. You've got a lot of things all over the place. To me, if they can get that dude right, Nebraska's not going to win 10 games, but they could win 8 or 9. And considering what it's been a long, long way. So I like Nebraska in this game. And again, I cannot wait to see how right or wrong that is. Regardless, we're going to be there. It's going to be very hot. It's going to be it's going to be a day.
Oh, it's going to be great to have it back. What do you worry? Like what is the status, DEFCON status of Scott Frost at Nebraska?
You lose this game, you got the importance of this game cannot be overstated. They have a new athletic director now, and that's a big moment, right? You've got NCAA infractions. Yeah, oh yeah, you've got this NCAA thing, which is you should know this blueprint. It's the Jeremy Pruitt blueprint, right?
Oh,
so now if you want to fire this guy, you're going to be like, well, that $20 million buyout, we're going to make it 10, or we're going to make it 5. So you've got a lot of the vultures are circling. After this game, I think they play Buffalo and some other crappy team. I don't have the schedule in front of me. And then they play at Oklahoma. So let's consider that a loss. He really needs this game. This is the biggest game of his life. I mean that sincerely, because they can get 3-0. They're going to lose to Oklahoma, and then you see what happens. They need to get some wins, and they have an easier schedule to start before an absolutely brutal road game. So this is big, man. If they lose this game, just think of what the sentiment is going to be, not just with Nebraska fans and elsewhere. And this is a state that loves this guy. That enthusiasm has obviously waned.
It's a classic Fuentes situation.
Yes.
It was a move that looked like it was absolutely a no-brainer and it would be great, and it just hasn't been for whatever reason. Just a really strange one. Man, I would have put a lot of money on Scott Frost, doing a lot better than this.
Too.
So that's the way it goes. Adam Kramer, man, it is so good to be back. It's good to be back for real. It's fantastic, unbelievable. So we're just gonna next week. I can't even wait. We're just gonna blow this thing up. It's gonna be an unbelievable, epic,
great
fest.
games.
Real quick too, since we're not going to be able to talk before then. Thursday night, Tennessee Bowling Green. You got any thoughts on that before the?
Hold on, you're not asking me about UConn, Fresno State this week, or UTEP?
We're not yet to the. Listen, Adam, we're not yet to the degenerate special. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. It's a little early for the degenerate special. It doesn't count when there's only like 4 games. They're all degenerate specials at this point. But we got to wait till it's a little bigger menu. But I do want to know your thoughts on that game.
Tennessee, you said? Sorry, I'm distracted by the whole spread.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know what you do with that number. I mean, I want to watch them. I mean, there's Thursday night's got some really interesting things. We get to see Ohio State's quarterback. We get to see Tennessee. I think the big thing that I would probably do is probably stay off, but I do want to see the way that pace of that offense, if people are not familiar with it, it is going to be flying. And so I'd be inclined to say, hey, you know what? This is maybe a time to lay the points because they're probably going to look against a team completely overmatched, like a jet engine. I mean, just in terms of how fast they're going to go. But that transition could take some time, too. This kind of bridging this offense is going to be a bit of a movement. But, yeah, Thursday night, not a dud. There's some reasons to watch for sure.
For real, it's going to be excellent. All right, appreciate it, buddy. We'll talk next week.
All right, guys. Cheers.
All right, man. Adam Kramer, awesome stuff. Glad to have the real deal football back in the mix. When we come back, we'll break down a few of these things. Talk a little bit about what this means for Memphis going forward. Because a lot to discuss there. We'll do that next.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Is your bank standing in the way of you and your sportsbook? Try Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. No more bank delays or failures. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
AC trouble? Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60. Then this year, Air Doctors is the official HVAC contractor for St. Jude Dream House. Air Doctors installed the St. Jude Dream House new Train high-efficiency equipment. Get your service from the best. AirDoctorsOfMemphis.com. Call 901-598-HVAC.
At Boost Mobile, we're giving you a free phone when you switch, and all the power that comes with it. The power to access everything humanity has to offer. The power to connect with anyone in the world. The power to order tacos. Get a free Samsung Galaxy A32 5G when you switch to America's largest 5G network. Information, communication, tacos. Now that's power. More power to save. Boost Mobile. Free phone limited to new customers and one per line. Additional restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com for details.
RS Financial Group and Orion Federal Credit Union present the 2021 World Championship Hot Wing Contest, August 28th at Tiger Lane, featuring the South Hall Cafe's World Wing Series. Earn a spot to compete for $25,000. Go to worldwingfest.com. August 28th, mark the date for the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival at Tiger Lane. Live bands, $10,000 in cash prizes, presented by Orion Federal Credit Union, RS Financial Group, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. Go to worldwingfest.com.
Mid-South, get ready to enjoy your summer in style sales event at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Get all-wheel control system, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, and 5-star safety rating with your 2022 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross SE. We Gossett $209 a month. Get advanced technology with My Pilot Assist, 7-passenger and fun to drive 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett $229 a month. And they're all powered by our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. It's time to get your groove on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Both 48-month leases, $10,000 per year, $750 loyalty rebate, $500 military rebate, $250 Allied Military CCRA Cross, NZ 003186, MSRP 27725, Outlander NZO 19057, MSRP 20080, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021, dealer stock only.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got a new accident on Raleigh-Millington Road at Raw Mill Road. That's Raleigh-Millington at Raw Mill Road. And then also we're still dealing with the accident on Airways Boulevard at I-240, where the car is on the right side. I believe it's on the right shoulder here. That's I-240 East at Airways Boulevard. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
You know very well what you are. You're my sugar thing, my chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, jump in. Caller number 1. Caller number 4. Caller number 1. Caller number 4 on the AutoZone phone line, 360-8255, 901-360-8255. Caller 1 and 4, going to get you a pair of tickets to the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival coming up tomorrow, 1 to 8 over at Tiger Lane from our friends at Gateway Tire. Again, check it out. Caller number 1. Caller number 4, 360-8255. You want to win those tickets? My God, of course you do. Why wouldn't you? It's wings. It's music. It's fun. It's going to be not quite as blazingly hot, so that's excellent too. Go check it out right there in Tiger Lane, 1 to 8 tomorrow. We've got 2 more pair of tickets to give away. Caller number 1, caller number 4. Jump in, 360-8255, and Zach is manning the phone lines.
You said caller number 1 and number 3, or number 1 and number 4?
Number 4. Number 1 and number 4.
Okay.
Caller 1, caller 4. 360-8255, 901-360-8255. Jump in on that and win those tickets, pair of tickets to the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival. What a chance for you to win. We're giving these things away. Thanks to our friends at Gateway Tire. Thank you very much to them for all of that. Anthony, saying, what did you make of his comments? What did you think of Adam Kramer's comments?
It's kind of discouraging. I know he was sharing his own personal opinion, and I hate that Adam tried to clean things up for the fans. Just be real, man. Like,
he's real, but he's just he's polite. He's also polite.
But I wish. I mean, this realignment thing could really hurt Memphis because I could really see us being on the edge. Like not as fans, like, oh, I'm nervous on the edge, but on the edge of getting in and getting out. I don't think there's any unanimous thought that if there's any type of realignment, that Memphis is going to, be a part of that. And that's talking about linking up with the Big 12, who's barely in existence. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I think Memphis' best bet is hoping that the AAC is more proactive and they go try to get teams from the Big 12. But who knows? Who knows if that's even feasible or not? But yeah, I'm more so just looking forward to college football starting up because this whole realignment thing makes me nervous. Not so much in basketball because it doesn't really matter, but football wise, it could definitely it could cripple what Memphis has been doing if there's even more separation than what there already is, and it does appear that's the way things are headed.
That's the thing, is that you just worry about the if you start to do some of the domino effects. Yeah, Memphis has really positioned itself potentially very well, but it might just be up. Like there might not be enough time to make this thing happen. And so, that's the issue for the Tigers going forward is it too little too late? All the work that they've done, all the things they've put together, is it too little too late to make this thing happen? And I think the answer could be yes, depending on how it all shakes out. Like, for example, if you say, okay, let's say the Big 12 surviving, is that that's probably not necessarily good for Memphis. Might have been better if the Big 12 had just completely fallen apart and that the AAC could poach some of those teams. But that's not going to be the case, at least not at this point in time. So here's the question: if the Big 12 is going to add 4 more teams, let's say, or maybe even 6. Maybe they're going to try to protect themselves, long term. Where does Memphis fall in that pecking order?
Say it again. If the
Big 12 is going to add 4 teams, maybe even 6 teams, however many teams they're going to add.
Not just if they're in or out. Like, what spot are they? Is what you're asking.
Well, I'm saying, where do they fall in that pecking order? Like, if you're going to rank the teams that potentially would be joining the Big 12 that they would be interested in, how far do you go down the list before you get to Memphis? I think it's pretty evident that Cincinnati is ahead at this point. I think it's pretty evident that UCF is ahead. Houston is probably ahead based on what we've seen thus far. Boise is probably ahead. BYU is BYU's definitely ahead. That's 5.
Yeah, because Boise's in. Let me see, Cincinnati. UCF. You said SMU.
No, I said Houston.
Houston.
Yeah.
I think I got Memphis either 4th or 5th.
Well, the Big 12, according to The Athletic, said the Big 12 is seriously discussing BYU this morning. So, but I think BYU would be the number one, option. So, if the Big 12 is going to stick around and it's going to add, BYU could move the needle a little bit. They seem to have a pretty decent sized market out there. They're definitely number one. The Big 12 also probably, I don't know. So if they could only add BYU, and one other team, maybe that then sticks around and maybe kind of keeps it sort of status quo as it is. And maybe the AAC, as long as the AAC can keep from being completely rated, as long as they can keep the bulk of what they've got right now, then I think things will be okay for Memphis.
Texas says
they might not be.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They might not be optimal. Well, I was going to say they might not be optimal, but they'll be okay. The thing Memphis wants to avoid is the complete collapse of the AAC and getting it absorbed into the Big 12.
Right, because that could be bad. Texas says, how in the world did UCF get ahead of Memphis in the pecking order? They were crap a decade ago. They give you an update. So was Memphis.
Yeah.
Like we're caught so much in the right now with Memphis football, how it's really gotten better. But historically, Memphis football, man, I mean, let's just be real. I mean, it's just not where we are now. I think we're good enough now to show people that this isn't just a fluke, that we're building something that you can see going forward, that we're serious about football. I mean, but the past is what it is. I can't knock into these programs because they're either as good or better than us, history-wise, historically. So I'm still optimistic we can get in, man, especially like when you got organizations like FedEx who are in your city. And Memphis isn't like a major market size-wise, but we do get eyes to TV, man. You know what I mean? And when we're recruiting hotbed as well. So I think some of those things can kind of factor in. But I'm not going to count Memphis out. But it's not a good feeling, though, especially like you said, if the AAC dissolves instead of the Big 12. I really wish the AAC would be more proactive with this and try to get some big guns involved to try to make some things happen. But we'll see.
Well, I think it's I don't know, man. It's just a lot of. Unfortunately, it's a lot of waiting around and hoping and crossing your fingers that it's all gonna work out. As far as UCF is concerned, I mean, again, UCF has plowed into this thing. They've got a, they're certainly on the right track, and on top of that, they've been not just successful but hugely successful of late. They also have the Orlando market, and they have the Florida market, which is very attractive, just Florida in general. To a lot of these folks who want to expand out there. So there's a lot of things that they bring to the table. If this were 10 years ago, if this were 5 years ago, if this were 20 years ago, obviously those would all be different. But it is what it is right now. And Memphis has made dramatic improvements in the last 5 years. I mean, dramatic, incredible improvements on the football side. I mean, crazy. But you just hope that it's not too little too late. That's the only thing. So fingers crossed that it resolves in whatever way it resolves to the benefit of the Tigers. And we appreciate that. All right, so when we come back, we'll continue this. Your thoughts on the text line as well at 360-8255. The AutoZone text line is open for you. 360-8255. As we continue here from the Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy take you through lunch from 10 to 1 weekdays, only on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hey everybody, it is so cool to see all these new All-Star Edition Silverado trucks at All-Star Chevrolet today. And they have so many certified pre-owned Chevys. If it's a Chevy you want this fall, Olive Branch is where you want to be. And if you have a car or truck to sell, All-Star will buy it even if you owe on it. So bring the title and get your check today. Remember, it's not South Haven, not Collierville, not Mount Moriah, or the Pike. It's got to be Olive Branch, people. So find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. With more people working from home these days and spending more time in the home, a lot of people are still running out of hot water. It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. These energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. Conway Services is making now the perfect time to replace that old energy-guzzling tanked water heater with 12 months to pay, interest-free, or I'll give you $300 for that old tanked water heater. See why I say now is the perfect time? And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. Plus, with over 8,000 five-star reviews, you know Google guaranteed Conway Services will be providing that award-winning service every time. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. That's 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors. When I talk to people about selling their homes or buying one, my motto is stick to your game plan. I learned this from my friend Coach Terry Tippett. Coach, you didn't go into a game without having a plan, did you?
No, Sheldon. Having a plan was critical to the success of all my teams.
That's right, Coach. Sticking to your game plan helped you win 4 state championships.
That's wrong, Sheldon. It was 6, just like the number of shots you make on a par 3.
Well, Coach, we've played golf together. What advice can you give me about my game?
You probably need to stick to real estate, as you're much better at doing that. Or perhaps bowling.
Great advice about real estate, not bowling. And as I always tell people, if they're thinking of selling their home, talk to 2 to 3 real estate brokers and let me be one of them. As they often say, when you want the job done, Coach, who should they call?
Sheldon, of course.
You can reach me at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. That's 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com.
Taqueria Express has a new location at 6290 Winchester with family deals every day. Mouth-watering chicken tacos, only 99 cents. 3 tacos with rice, beans, and fresh guacamole, only $6. And incredible signature dishes with chicken or beef chimichangas and homemade tortillas stuffed with fresh beans, rice, and cheese on top. If you're hungry, try Taqueria Express's gigantic Macho Burrito. Homemade with fresh flour tortilla, and you choose beef, chicken, pork, or shrimp. Includes beans, rice, melted cheese, lettuce, tomato, and sour cream. Fajita fans try Taqueria's delicious chicken or steak fajitas. Big enough for 2 people and only $10. If you're thirsty and want something unique, then try Taqueria drinks made from scratch, like melon and pineapple. Margaritas are buy one, get one free, and they got a little kick to them. For real Mexican food, Taqueria Express, 6290 Winchester. We'll see you guys there, and don't forget those strong margaritas. Buy one, get one free.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Hey, Mid-South, are you ready to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah?
We're ready, Randy, with the best ride you'll ever drive. 2021 Kia Forte LXS, we got it at $249 a month. 2022 Kia Soul GT, it's ready to ride at $305 a month.
And Jeff Allen, I hear you've got American-made 2022 Kia K5, now $379 a month. And every Gossett Kia comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty program.
So whether you live in Horton Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia on Mount Moriah, 2680 Mount Moriah, or KiaMountMoriah.com.
You heard the man, Jeff Allen. Don't miss the trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia South Mount Moriah. All $29.99 due at signing, all 72 months at 2.9 APR sold. In 715-1544 MSRP 24,200. K5 NG 103,647 MSRP 28,985. Forte LXS MSRP 20,590. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695. Must finance through Kia on low APR. Excludes tax, title, and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
All right, we got one winner. We still need one more. Jump on the lines, 360-8255. Get those tickets to the World Championship Hot Wing Festival going on. We'll give some more away, too, coming up in hour number 3. Got one more pair of tickets. Jump on the line. Next caller wins them. 360-8255, 901-360-8255 on the AutoZone hotline. Again, that's tomorrow over at Tiger Lane. Thanks to our friends at Gateway Tire for jumping in, so we appreciate that. But, yeah, go ahead and grab. Got one pair left for you, 360-8255, 901-360-8255. By the way, this morning announced that Jameis Winston has won the battle.
Uh-oh.
He's going to be the starting quarterback
Uh-oh.
for your New Orleans Saints. Week 1 starter, QB1, Jameis Winston, eating them dubs.
Eat them up.
Gabba, 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 gabba.
They see it.
He outperformed Taysom Hill. And it really was he had a big night Monday. I think that really sealed the deal for him. Now, how many games are the Saints going to win? All of them? Probably.
I ain't really took a good look at them.
17-0?
No.
Oh, no.
They'll still be good.
Undefeated?
Shoot, I don't know, man. You asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I know. I was really just kidding. I know I'm not going to.
I'm going to give you a prediction.
No, I don't want your prediction on the Saints.
Okay.
I was just kidding.
I got one for
They're
you.
going to win. Okay. All right, we'll go for it.
10-6.
Well, they're going to play 17 games, so we got
10-6-1.
They're going to 1-4. 10-6-1. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think that's a little high. I'm going to go lower. I'm going to go under on that one. Right there. But that is that's one of the battles. There are a few that are out there, and I don't know. From a fantasy perspective, yeah, you'd probably be very interested in him. From an actual football perspective, not so sure about that. Did you hear the rumor also that folks of some of the Jacksonville Jaguars are already getting a little tired of?
Of course.
They're already.
Who's surprised to hear that?
A little bit of a concern. I don't know. I don't know who's surprised, but it was clearly going to be difficult and hasn't gotten off to the smoothest start already. And Trevor Lawrence, frankly, has not looked as good as you might have hoped for, based on his pedigree and everything else. And now you've got some murmurs within the locker room that people are not necessarily into his kind of style of the way he's doing. It all just kind of points in a bad direction. And I don't know why anyone
bought differently.
I don't know why anyone would have thought that would have been the right move. I don't know. I guess anything could happen, but man, it seems like you're just waiting for it to fail, and so far it's not headed in the right direction.
No, not at all. And here's another thing too. I mean, Jaguars were 1-15 last year. I mean, they're going to be trash again, regardless of who their coach is and Trevor Lawrence and all that. I mean, yeah, great, but you're still going to be trash, man. Like I don't understand.
Well,
like,
Trevor Lawrence is going to start.
Go ahead.
In the opener, by the way. Well, I was going to say Trevor Lawrence is going to start in the opener. Urban Meyer said earlier this week that he will. He had been in a quarterback battle. He also said that in the battle was just kind of, Gardner Minshew. But he also said that he expects that to be the last battle of his career, the last time he's ever in a quarterback competition, which certainly should be the case. He's been okay, but maybe not quite as impressive as you would have hoped to see.
Yeah. What about my boy Trey Lance? The 49ers still haven't said anything about who's going to start. It's probably going to be Garoppolo. Though. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Trey Lance. So Trey Lance has got some superb deep ball skill. I mean, the guy has got incredible arm strength, can throw it forever, great accuracy for the deep ball, all that stuff, and he can move around. The flashes that he shows are spectacular, and I think he will be the quarterback sooner rather than later. But he throws every pass like
1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, everything is a fastball. When sometimes you need a little changeup, a little the intermediate stuff. His accuracy is not great because he just absolutely nukes it at people, and that's where the little things like that you just make sense. The guy hadn't played. I mean, he's played 17 games of experience outside of high school, like 17 games. So that's not much.
No.
And you would expect that it would be tough for him to make the jump from FCS all the way to the NFL with only those 17 games, only playing one game last year. I mean, yeah, you would expect that. But I think sooner. I don't think he'll start the season as the starter, but I think he'll get reps in that first game situationally, and I think soon enough he'll be the starter.
I got one thing to say.
What's that?
What's that?
Let's go. That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W.
Jameis Winston. What a redemption story, man.
They seem to like him. They seem to like him. So I don't know. Been a very strange career for Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
A lot of it of his own making. A lot of that strangeness of his own making. He hadn't helped himself.
He woke up and chose weirdness. So
every day he wakes up and chooses weirdness. Hour number 3 on the way. We're going to choose Kari Thompson-ness when we come back. We're going to talk to Kari about the Preps world. There's lots to get to. We'll do it. Hour number 3 on the way.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil is just $18.99. It keeps your engine from breaking down without breaking the bank. Yep, a 5-quart jug of Napa Full Synthetic for $18.99 is not just a great deal. It's the break you've been waiting for. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how. At participating locations does not include state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Advertised sale price may not be available in some states. Offer ends 8/31/21.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Fiveash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Fiveash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Fiveash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
Mid-South, the time is now to trade up to a Kia sales event at Gossett Kia on Covington Pike. You want to ride with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett 2021 Kia Rio $249 a month. You want 0% at $282 a month? We Gossett with 2021 Kia Forte and all-weather rugged 2022 Kia Seltos $332 a month. Plus peace of mind with Kia's 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Trade up and get top dollar at Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com. Ask for Bobby J. He'll put you in a new Kia today.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All $29.99 due at signing. Rio ME 418 570 60 at 0.9% APR. MSRP 17.2. Forte ME 393 458 60 at 0%. MSRP 19,940. Celtos N724 9948 66 at 1.9%. MSRP 23,910. Includes all rebates and incentives. PF 695 excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Valid through 8/31/2021. Dealer stock only. Must finance through Kia on APR offer.
Corky's is your home for authentic Memphis barbecue. Our dining rooms are open, or stop by our speedy drive-thru. Order your party packs today, starting at only $5.99 per person.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Sports 56 traffic.
Nothing new to report on the roadways this morning. As far as new accidents, we're dealing with the current accident on Bill Morris Parkway at I-240 at Mount Moriah. Still dealing with that one. And then also we're still dealing with I-240 eastbound at Airways Boulevard, where traffic is a little bit congested over by Mill Branch Road. So keep it right here. Hour number 3. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Flashback, who's that? Dancing to the latest. Swabbed you on the greatest. Ooh, his show is moving me. That's what I said. So you didn't know yet. All of it was kismet. Soon to be made history.
Come on now. Tina Marie, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Hour number 3 presented by Acura Memphis. My name is Peter Edmiston alongside Anthony Sane, Zach Boyd, producing the program today. Going to be another hot and humid one. Not quite as hot. Definitely still humid. And over the weekend, there will be some rain towards the Sunday, Monday kind of area. So it is going to cool down a little bit, which is nice. It's about time that we got a little bit of a break from some of this. All right. As we said, it's already been a busy show with our friend Adam Kramer. We talked a lot of college football. We've talked about some of the situations Memphis finds itself in, which could be a little bit tricky, depending on how all this other stuff goes. We shall see. We've given away some tickets for the Hot Wing Festival coming up tomorrow. We'll give away 2 more pair of tickets coming up here in just a bit. But something else that's going on that is now hot and heavy officially is Preps in the area. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us now to talk about that and other pertinent issues is none other than Kari Thompson, ladies and gentlemen, from The Commercial Appeal. Kari Thompson, good morning.
Good morning. What's up? Happy Funk Friday.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Happy Funky Friday, indeed. And let me tell you something. Before we talk football, give me the scoop, give me the word on Imani Bates to Memphis, the shock waves that have been rippled through the recruiting community in high school. What does this mean going forward?
Man, I'm just ready to get my tickets, man. I'll tell you what, this makes living in downtown Memphis a lot cooler. Yep. I'm ready to spend some time at FedEx Forum. Take my money, Memphis. Yep. Take my money.
Man, it's gonna be wild. That's what I tell everybody, man. All the hype is cool, but like just enjoy the fun, enjoy the fun times. That's all I can say.
Right.
Don't worry about the future.
As far as how it impacts recruiting, I'm not sure if it does. Just because, it's another number one recruiting class. But I mean, how much room are they going to have for local guys over the next couple of years? They're gonna have they got a squad. They got a deep squad.
Tell us about the games tonight in football. What games are you looking out to be the biggest matchups?
Tonight, my game of the week is White Station at Central. Got two of the best public school teams in the city going at it for the first time since 2019. So that'd be a good one over at Crump. It'll be Central's first home game. They were at Cordova last week, and they won big. They won by a lot. Other big matchups, you got Houston and Briarcrest out in the suburbs. That'll be a big suburban matchup. You got two explosive offenses there who combined for over 100 points in their respective openers. So you got that one. And then, of course, you got MUS and Germantown. That's going to be another big one. Obviously, Germantown took that loss with CBHS on Saturday, but they played really well, and they showed they're going to be one of the best teams in the area. So having them go up against MUS, who made the state championship game last year, it's going to be a big game as well.
Very interested in that game, too, because Germantown, CBHS, what a great game that was last week with overtime, thriller, Christian Brothers edging out Germantown for the win in overtime. But Germantown MUS, it's been 23 years since these two teams actually went at it on the football field. And that was the first year for Bobby Alston. And so the history of this matchup is long, and but we haven't seen it in a while. It hasn't been around in a little bit. In Germantown, I was doing their games for a little while in this kind of transitional period, and things were a little bit rough. Things are a little bit bleak for Germantown, right. But they've kind of figured it out over the last little bit, and certainly much better position now, Kari.
Absolutely. I mean, you got a new coach, Gene Robinson. You certainly got some talent over there. I mean, it's a good situation. And, I mean, just how cool is it when we get these public school, private school matchups? I just think people, since they're kind of more rare, the kids are kind of more into it. Kids, I mean, everybody saw that atmosphere over at CBHS last Saturday. That felt like playoff atmosphere, almost like a small college. I mean, the crowd was packed, in a way I've never seen it since the pandemic started. People were out there chilling, having a good time, and it was just a really good game that ended on an amazing final play.
The way that they've rebuilt that program, it's a really strong group. They should be good. They've got a good they've got a good and big enrollment, a lot of history, good alums, good support, all that stuff. All that's in position to be good. Over on the Christian Brothers side, of course, as they play Sheffield tonight, everything looks really, really good. And of course, you got Dallin Hayden still in the back. When that happens, that business is going to pick up. How many losses, if any, do you see for CBHS this year?
Man, I haven't gotten an in-depth look at their schedule, honestly. But just remember, they've got some of those Nashville teams in that region too, and those usually are the bigger challenges for CBHS. Obviously, locally, MUS is a potential loss. Not saying I'm picking my pick for that game yet, but I mean, since I've been here, MUS has usually got the best of that matchup. Even though I think Christian Brothers has a better team to start off this year.
They play Innsworth. They play Innsworth next week. White Station, Briarcrest, Pure Athletic, Brentwood, MUS, Central, and then St. Benedict. That's the down the line. I don't know that I see too many losses on there.
Yeah, I see one or two. I see Brentwood, maybe. I see MUS, maybe. I think they got the rest of those. I mean, it's setting up to be a very strong year for them for sure. But since I've been here, they've had strong records in the past too. It's just how far can they make it in the playoffs, man? Because obviously they had a great year last year too, and then you meet McCallie in the first round, and it wasn't too pretty.
No, it wasn't pretty at all. Our buddy John out in Covington, got to be excited. Covington smacked down Munford last weekend. They'll play Jackson Northside.
Oh yeah.
Tonight they're running that wing T, which is kind of fun to watch. A little throwback type offense. And then out in the upper north in Tipton County and in the North Shelby County area, you've got the M&M Bowl. You've got Munford and Millington tonight. Always a festive affair. Kari, someday you'll go up there. But I know up in that neck of the woods. My grandpa's from Munford, so I know the history of that area. There's a lot of proud football fans up there, and that's a big one up there tonight.
Absolutely, and look for Munford to bounce back in that one. I think Munford actually has a really good team, but I think their big loss to Covington just speaks to how good Covington is this year, especially because Covington they have a solid core returning, and they have a young kid who's really making a name for himself, AC Mason Young. He already has an offer from Tennessee. He's a defensive back, and he's a playmaker, man. He's definitely a kid to watch out in Tipton County.
What about the Mississippi schools? Any good Mississippi schools we should be looking out for?
So the Mississippi schools actually start this week. They start the week after Tennessee school, so they haven't officially played a game yet. But when I think of Mississippi, I think more of individual players than I think of teams. I guess Hernando, what I would say is my best team I would expect coming back. But, I mean, there are some serious prospects down there in Mississippi when you talk individuals. Like Aaron Bryant committed to Texas. Aaron Bryant, lineman from South Haven, committed to Texas yesterday. I was at his commitment. And that kid is 6'4", 300. He's going to be a big D lineman out in the Big 12. And South Haven, even while their record hasn't been great over the last couple of years, they've produced dudes, man. Like they had Isaiah Brevard go to Oregon last year. Horn Lake has Jordan Ross Hobson, who's going to Mississippi State. I mean, he's being recruited as a receiver, but he plays some quarterback for Horn Lake as well. And of course, Hernando has Zach Wilkie. He's going to Southern Miss, the quarterback who's committed to Southern Miss. So those are definitely three big names to watch out for in Mississippi high school football this year.
Who to you is who is the best quarterback in the region? Who is the best running back in the region, other than Dallin Hayden? We'll exclude him from the list.
Well, I would say let's go running back first. I would say Jalen Greenwood. I'd have Jalen Greenwood as number 2. But I got to check up on Greenwood. It appears that he got hurt week 1 when ECS went up to Nashville area, and I think they got beat 40-0. And he left that game and didn't return. So hopefully he's all right. But, I mean, Greenwood had almost 2,000 yards last year. And obviously ECS has been very good the last couple of years. And Greenwood's getting recruited. So I'll definitely put Greenwood in that number 2 running back slot. Top quarterback spot, I don't know. Because, like, if you would have asked me preseason, I probably would have pretty confidently said Tevin Carter. But he didn't look that great week 1. He did not look that great week 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pure kind of that was a little bit of a rough outing last week.
Yeah, I mean the thing is like Bartlett is good. I mean Bartlett has lost a lot of talent, granted, but
But Carter threw 3 interceptions, right?
And he was 10 for 31,
including a pick six. I mean, yeah, with a pick six and a 10 for 31. That's a little alarming for a guy that the hype was so strong around.
Absolutely, but the thing is, it's high school football. It's week 1, and it's a unique situation with Pure because it's their first full season. So they're still developing their system and a lot of things. So I'm looking for Tevin to bounce back, and he's certainly one of the top ones in the area for sure. Like there's no question about that. But just that week 1 performance made me raise my eyebrows a little bit, like, oh, what's going on? But I mean, I've been hearing the Wilkie kid from Hernando is really good. Brock Glenn from Lausanne is one to watch. See, Lausanne keeps getting their games canceled because of COVID. Like
I was going to say, they're not playing until next week, right? Yeah, I mean, we just.
But I can't wait to go check out Lausanne because Brock has been getting some SEC offers. Like he has Vandy and he has Kentucky, and I think it's only going to get bigger for him once Lausanne figures out how to get on the field.
Well, and I mean, this is the thing from a standpoint of talent. There's a lot more talent. I get the sense around here. There's a lot of talent, but there's also a lot of questions about a whole lot of kids that are out here in this area, and I think the overall level of competition, Kari, to me seems to be at a pretty high level. I've seen it in years past where it's been kind of hit or miss. It seems to me of late that there's been a pretty nice improvement in the overall level, and I think on a game to game basis, you're going to see like a lot of players and teams and stuff. Like you're going to see some pretty good competition. I don't think there's not too many patsies out there these days.
I disagree, man. I've been watching blowout after blowout after blowout.
Really?
Oh yeah.
At the top, there's some really good stuff, man. I hear a lot of strong teams at the top.
That's the thing. It's concentrated at the top. Like you have like 10 or 12 or so teams that are like really, really in it, and then after that, depending on who's playing who, you're gonna see a lot of 60-0. You're gonna see a lot of 48-8. like I saw Wooddale play Hamilton last night. That was 48-6. I've seen MAHS. I've seen Maz beat Make 60-0. I've seen Central, who's in 5A, beat Cordova, who's in 6A, by like 40. Like, I've seen pretty much.
What happened to Cordova? What happened to Cordova?
I mean, I think COVID happened to Cordova, man. I mean, it's just so tough, to bounce back, and build a program when you just miss an entire year. Like, that has seriously wrecked some programs in this area. Like, you can't deny that. I mean, there are some programs that were pretty good pre-pandemic, but it's like you miss a year and that can stop all your momentum. And I think that, is part of what happened to Cordova. I mean, think about it, man. Even the seniors this year, those kids were sophomores the last time any of these schools played football. And as a coach, that's really tough. Your juniors were freshmen in 2019. So basically, everybody's freshmen and sophomores running around. You might physically be a senior, but like mentally and like in terms of game experience, kids are freshmen and sophomores. And so, yes, COVID has wrecked some programs for sure.
Emotionally, your sophomores for sure. What about the Aaron Bryant, the defensive lineman from South Haven who's committed to Texas?
Yeah, man. He's gonna have a big year. I mean, he had close to 70 tackles last year, a bunch of sacks. So just look for him to wreak havoc on that South Haven defensive line. He's a beast, man. I had him at number 4 on our Dandy Dozen. We had Dallin. We had Cam Miller, and we had Cody Jones ahead of him. But it's so tough to – the rest of those dudes are pretty position players, so it's like so tough to compare, like, is a receiver really better than a lineman? But, as far as, lineman went, he's certainly the highest rated and the, most recruited one in the area.
Well, he went home and he visited Austin and said it went really well, and it certainly turned out that way for him. So tonight, Kari will be on the prowl. Everybody say hello to Kari. It's hard to miss him. He's tall. You'll see him walking the sidelines, talking to people. Getting the lay of the land out there. So go say hi to Kari for us. Kari, be safe out there. Enjoy yourself, and we'll talk next week.
All right, man. Sounds good. Appreciate y'all.
All right. He's our friend Kari Thompson joining us to talk a little bit about preps in the area when we come back. We will switch a few gears. We'll get into a couple of the NFL battles, including one off the field that is particularly funny. We'll discuss that. We'll talk a little college football too, as we finally have one. We finally actually have some college football to discuss, very excitingly enough. So we'll do that too when we continue here live and local 360-8255 Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world at sports56whbq.com or on the Sports 56 app.
Looking for a high-efficiency planting solution? The Case IH 2150 Early Riser Planter combines the industry's most accurate planter technologies with a rugged row unit for a fast and uniform emergence. The Case IH 2150 Early Riser operates at your speed and adapts to unique field conditions so that you can maximize your yield potential. Stop in or call Mid-South Ag Equipment at 662-890-3141 to learn more. That's Mid-South Ag, your Case IH Equipment headquarters. Taqueria Express has a new location at 6290 Winchester with family deals every day. Mouth-watering chicken tacos, only 99 cents. 3 tacos with rice, beans, and fresh guacamole, only $6. And incredible signature dishes with chicken or beef chimichangas and homemade tortillas stuffed with fresh beans, rice, and cheese on top. If you're hungry, try Taqueria Express's gigantic Macho Burrito. Homemade with fresh flour tortilla, and you choose beef, chicken, pork, or shrimp. Includes beans, rice, melted cheese, lettuce, tomato, and sour cream. Fajita fans, try Taqueria's delicious chicken or steak fajitas. Big enough for 2 people and only $10. If you're thirsty and want something unique, then try Taqueria drinks made from scratch, like melon and pineapple. Margaritas are buy one, get one free, and they got a little kick to them. For real Mexican food, Taqueria Express, 6290 Winchester. We'll see you guys there, and don't forget those strong margaritas. Buy one, get one free.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claims specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Mid-South, get ready to enjoy your summer in style sales event at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Get all-wheel control system, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, and 5-star safety rating with your 2022 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross SE. We Gossett $209 a month. Get advanced technology with My Pilot Assist, 7-passenger and fun to drive 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. We Gossett $229 a month. And they're all powered by our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty
warranty. It's time to get your groove on at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Quote 48 month leases, $10,000 per year, $750 loyalty rebate, $500 military rebate, $250 Ally Military CCRA Cross, NZ 003186, MSRP 27725, Outlander NZO 19057, MSRP 20080, includes all manufacturer rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 8/31/2021, dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. You went fast asleep.
Well, I'm on this Funky Friday. I'm glad we're talking something funky. Because I got one more funky thing to do for you. We're going to give away 2 more pair of tickets to the Hot Wing Festival. The World Championship Hot Wing Festival going on tomorrow, 1 to 8. These tickets courtesy of our friends at Gateway Tire. Thank you for that. Zach, who do you want this time?
Like what? Like random?
Which caller do you want? You're the one who's going to answer the phone. So you tell me. Who do you want?
Because we already did.
Who do you want to give this to? We did 1 and 3 and 1 and 4. So now
you know what? In honor of 1 cent, man. Again.
Okay.
We're gonna take caller number 2 and caller number 5, man.
Okay, I like that.
There you go.
I like that. Going back to
college
Memphis days. That's exactly right. So caller number 2, caller number 5, 360-8255 on the AutoZone phone lines, 901-360-8255. Jump in. You can win a pair of tickets. Caller number 2, caller number 5 going to win a pair of tickets to tomorrow's Hot Wing Festival going on at Tiger Lane. 1 to 8, music, wings, fun stuff coming your way. It's going to be fantastic. Check it out. Great event that's happening. Weather should be good for it too. So go and enjoy yourself. And again, thanks to folks at Gateway Tire for bringing us these tickets to give away. Again, caller number 2, caller number 5 jumping in. How do you feel about hip hop? Anthony Sane?
You know I'm a fan.
You like hip hop?
Yep. Like I said, I talked about Kendrick Lamar dropped a song yesterday.
Yep.
It looks like he's getting ready to, get back on the scene. Drake release date is kind of around there. Kanye out here doing what he's doing. Oh yeah, the big dogs are coming.
Next week, maybe for Drake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna be so unbearable in real life.
Fantastic. All right, so I asked because in New England, Cam Newton probably going to be the starting quarterback, and according to former New England quarterback Scott Zolak, former backup Patriot quarterback for a while now, he's on a show up in the New England area. In 98.5, the Sports Hub, not to be confused with 98.5 for us. Different 98.5.
Right.
He said, I'd turn off the rap music, first of all, because I think it's distracting for Cam. Between every throw, he's dancing in practice. He said, you look at Mac Jones, he looks like he came to work again, like he's here to work. Everything is attention to detail. But for Cam, he said, all you see, he makes a throw and then he dances. Anthony Sane, why does Cam have to dance in all this rap music?
I don't even want to.
Why can't he work hard like Mac Jones?
Because I've got a Penny Hardaway discussion that's been on the tip of my tongue for about 48 hours, and I know if I go here, I'm gonna go there too, and I don't. There's nothing wrong with his music, man. I just said it. Because I had people trying to tell me why Penny Hardaway gets such a hard time. And I was like, my man, sit this one out. Like you just don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And but anyway.
Well, I'm curious. I'm curious what you're referring to there, but I'll just say this as far as the other thing is concerned with Scott Zolak. sometimes the veiled sort of racial things are kind of veiled, and sometimes they're not really that veiled at all. And this one is pretty wide open, quite honestly. Again, football practices, the best I can tell, pretty much have music playing most of the time. Many football teams have music of all sorts, and often hip-hop music playing during practice. And people seem to, be okay with that. I mean, it seems to help people practice and help the time go and give you a little juice. Just like when you're running or riding your bike and you listen to music, kind of give yourself a little juice. It's part of the whole deal.
Right.
Whether it's rap or whether it's rock or whatever it may be. And dancing to the music is great. On top of that, man, you feel that music. Sometimes you just want to dance. That's cool. To even insinuate that it would have some kind of a negative effect on your ability to practice is extremely silly. And on top of that, what a slap in the face to Bill Belichick. If you respect Bill Belichick as a coach, why do you think he would allow this music, this devil's music, to be in the mix for a practice that he's supposed to be running? Why do you think he would allow that sort of thing? Why do you think he would allow that if he was such a good coach, right? So why in the world would that be the case? I think the whole thing is really silly and certainly vaguely racist. But especially when you throw in the stuff about
Mac Jones is just there to work. Mac Jones is just a hard-working guy.
That's all.
Mac Jones never did nothing.
All that
Mac Jones.
All that dog
boring.
whistle. All that dog whistle stuff right there. That's just the dog whistle kind of thing. Like, yeah. Mac Jones is. Mac Jones is fine. Like he's looked good in preseason. All that's great. But Cam Newton's a former MVP, for God's sake. Like, I don't love him. I don't think he's the greatest quarterback. I think there's a lot of issues. But man, respect the man and respect his professionalism. The guy's done enough in the league to merit a lot more respect than some backup quarterback claiming that he can't do anything because he's listening to music and dancing. Get out of here.
Black man can't never have any fun, man.
I'm intentionally sitting this one out, man, because I be wanting to go off, man. So it's Friday. I got 27 more minutes left. I can afford it. I'm not giving up my good energy today, man. Not like that.
Okay. All right. So we'll just pass on that. Okay. Zach, you got anything you want to add before we move on?
I mean, it is what it is. It's clearly, that's
no, it's
what
okay.
you said.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I just want to make sure if Zach wants to jump in.
because Cam been getting scrutinized ever since he gotten in the league, man. All the brother does is score touchdowns and just try to have fun, and everybody coming at him talking about it's like you need to respect the game. Respect the game, respect your opponent. I'm like, man, how hard is scoring a touchdown in the NFL against a bunch of talented dudes? And you talking about respecting the game? They don't they're screaming and hollering every single time they get a tackle for loss and a sack. But you want you want him to respect the game. I'm like, all right, And let me not get into the stigma of black quarterbacks in the NFL either. So, because they get on him about his accuracy, his arm strength. I'm like, oh my God, he's been in the league for 10 years and it's never been a problem. But all of a sudden, it's a problem now after he got into the Super Bowl. So I could care less about what people say. He's the starter for the Patriots. Mac Jones eventually will start, but he's a starter for the Patriots until otherwise. So, man, just leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Yeah, but it's extremely silly that this is a thing. But it's a thing, and guess what market's a thing in Boston too. That tells you a little bit more about what's going on up there. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. Also, keep an eye out for Brian Harsin, the head coach of Auburn, who talked to reporters on Wednesday, said he's not against people getting vaccinated. That's the fact that you have to say that is problematic for you as a coach. He says, let me be clear, I'm not anti-vaccine, and any narrative along those lines is misinformed. He does have COVID. He has not said whether he is vaccinated. Again, I would say 99 times out of 100, somebody who refuses to say whether they've been vaccinated or not is probably not vaccinated. for that whole thing. He says, I quote, "I fully support the choice for anyone to vaccinate, and." I don't know why don't we just have a period at the end of that sentence? I fully support the choice for anyone to vaccinate. Period. Why don't we just end the sentence there? I think most coaches, most right-thinking folks would probably end the sentence there, but not Brian Harsin. He says, "I fully support the choice for anyone to vaccinate, and I also support getting reliable, data-driven information into the hands of those who still have questions about the vaccine." What does that mean?
Coaches are weirdos, man.
What does that mean exactly? I support getting reliable, data-driven information into the hands of those who still have questions about the vaccine. Now, theoretically, that might be good, but coming from him,
right?
I don't know if that's the reliable, data-driven information that you're thinking of, right there. Also, Brian Harsin, speaking of this, because they're one of a few SEC teams that has not reached the 85% vaccination rate. Shocking, based on the coach's situation. Stunning that they're to that point, right there. He also has something else that bothered me. I'm really not a Brian Harsin fan at all.
Yeah, we see that.
I think it's pretty evident.
Yeah.
And how about this? Now, how goofy is this? This man is what do you like to say? Goofy? He is a goofy Maloofi. This
Goofy from Walufi.
He is a goofy from Walufi. He in the football building. He put a sign up on the elevator that said, "This is for injured players only. Everyone else must take the stairs."
Oh.
No one is allowed to take the elevator in the
okay,
facility unless you are truly injured and you can't walk.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We take the stairs at Auburn. What a stupid, dumb, symbolic thing of nonsense that is. Get out of here.
They're tough over
He said, "I've been up and down the stairs like 18 times." Like, great. Get your exercise. That's cool. You think that's going to help these dudes that you've been running out there for hours on the practice field get a little extra leg burn in to go up the stairs?
Yeah.
What kind of? And I get the symbolism of it, like, oh, we work hard here. We don't take any shortcuts. You know, it's no elevators here, baby. It's all stairs. We're hard work, step by step up the ladder. Stop it! Why don't you just put stupid ladders outside the windows? We climb ladders around here. We don't use stairs. We don't do air conditioning. As of now, I'm turning off the air conditioning in the building.
Just hang a rope.
We sweat.
Hang a rope from the ceiling. Just climb up from the outside. And
you got to get to the weight. You got to get to the weight room if you really want to work out. You got to get there yourself. Figure it out. Put a grappling hook on the floor, on the ground, and lock the door and say, "Yo, I got to get in this building somehow if you want to actually work." At Auburn, we work. We don't use doors. We bust through doors. Every door is locked, and you have to figure out a way to unlock it.
It just better not be
what
sorry.
What a dumb ass gesture that is.
Man, if Meathead was a
I hate that Meathead coach garbage stuff that they all that. Like, oh man, this is gonna be so cool. Nobody takes the elevators around here. That'll really hammer home this point about working hard. Shut up.
But say what you want.
6 years old, 7 years old. What are you talking about?
But
players are gonna be like, man, this joker's making me go up the stairs This sucks.
But it will make a great segment for Coach Speak, though.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh yeah, Coach Speak. Yeah, Zach, you better. Hey, Zach.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun this year.
No, Zach. I want you to listen up.
Okay.
Zach, are you listening?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Saying, is he listening?
No, I doubt it.
I don't think so. Zach, Monday.
Be ready.
There better be Coach Speak.
There will be.
Because we got a lot of coaches talking.
Yeah, it's gonna be the first time in a while.
We got some games over the weekend. We got coaches talking. And maybe even Tuesday, because we got a lot of Monday teleconferences. So maybe even Tuesday, a bonus. Zach, now if we get here Monday, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna call for it. I'm gonna say Monday like 8:00. I'm gonna say Coach Speak. And you better be ready.
All right. I'm always ready, Peter. I'm always
ready.
ready.
That's not true.
I'm always ready.
Did you hear how he said that? He couldn't even say that with certain. He's like,
I knew he was lying.
I'm always ready. Yeah, you didn't even believe
ready.
You ain't even ready to say you always ready.
I stay ready.
Yeah. Okay. Hit me with Coach Speak right now.
Exactly.
Ain't no games
exactly.
being played.
You're not ready? Hey, you said you're always ready.
I said I'll be ready Monday.
Don't lie to me. No elevators. Hit the stairs.
Matter of fact, Zach, don't even take the elevator, man.
Well, we don't have one.
No, don't even take the doors. You got to go through that window with all the wasp nests out there. You got to go through. You got to open that window up.
I'm all the way.
You want to get in the building? That's how it's going to have to be.
What happened?
Hey, no toilets. That's for the toilets are for lazy people. Go. We got an outhouse. Y'all got to run out there. Y'all got to go to the bathroom. Go out the outhouse. It's Auburn, baby. Come on. We work. We don't take the elevator. We don't open doors. We don't have indoor plumbing. We don't have air conditioning. Y'all are soft. We poop in the woods.
There's a bunch of babies.
We sweat all day and we poop in the woods. We take horse dewormer instead of vaccines. That's what we do.
Horse dewormer. We have time for myself.
I spread a nasty horse gel on my toast, and then I have massive diarrhea for 2 weeks and probably get injured.
Yeah.
That's what I do instead of taking a vaccine.
I'm not doing this.
Oh, y'all are the sheep. Oh, yeah, the sheep.
Yeah.
You want to take a vaccine that's been properly vetted and 180 million people have had without any incident. Oh, yeah, look at me. I'm great. Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, I'll be out in the field with a horse eating nasty gel and pooping myself. How about that? That's Auburn football. Hey, that's Auburn football, baby.
Then we go
War Eagle.
We're going to rinse that poop out with some bleach.
War Eagle.
We're going to rinse all that poop out with
Sorry,
some
I just crapped myself again. My bad. I'm going up these stairs and I can't hold it any longer.
Yeah, wiping my butt with Clorox wipes, man.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Y'all use toilet paper. Yeah, not around here. Y'all soft. Kind of dumb and stupid. Yeah, I hope Auburn loses every game. I'm sorry, Auburn fans.
I don't care about your community. I don't care about your community.
Your community.
Yeah, these dudes are weirdos, man. Now cut that hip hop off. Cut that crap off.
Cut that. Yeah, you don't listen to that stuff. We ain't listening to none of it.
Oh, man.
Bunch of
dingers.
Right there. Yeah, I can't even say it. And y'all know what I mean. Hand me some of that horse dewormer. Let me get a little hit. Let me get a little hit of that stuff. Right there.
Gotta get juiced up.
Give me that bleach shot. Oh man, it's
so wild. These dudes are weird, man. Y'all, they better not be sorry. They better not be sorry. Oh my God.
Scotty is right. Our buddy Scotty says Butch Jones vibe coming in hard from Harsin. Yeah, it's some strong Butch Jones brick by brick nonsense right there. Oh,
champions of life.
Y'all better not be sorry.
Champions of life. All that. Oh God, that's the dumbest. The dumbest. Oh man. All right. Take a break. Come back. Go get vaccinated.
Please.
Don't listen to Brian Harsin. Don't take horse medicine instead of getting my God.
Horse steroids.
God. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. But that's where we are. That's where we are, folks. I have to actually tell you not to go to the animal supply store and get horse medicine and squeezed in your mouth. Got a picture of a damn horse on it. And you don't eat that. What is wrong with you? Why we have to? I gotta tell the coach of Auburn. I gotta tell the coach of Auburn not to do that. My God. All right, we'll come back. We'll wrap this thing up. Come on, people. We can do better than this. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56. Did we get callers 2 and 5? Are we good on that?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, guys.
We're good to go.
Right. Congratulations. Hope you all enjoy the hot wing contest right there. We'll come back and wrap it up here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. CenterPoint Energy takes many steps to help ensure the safety of gas lines in your community and shares important tips like the following. A distinct odor similar to rotten eggs is added to natural gas. If you smell it, clear the area and immediately call CenterPoint Energy. Plus, always remember to call 811 before you dig or begin an outdoor project. Natural gas is one of the safest fuels. To find more tips, visit centerpointenergy.com/gas safety.
I struggled with symptoms like frequent gas and stomach pain for years.
I was bloated all the time with daily diarrhea.
At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research and talked to my doctor, and we finally uncovered the truth.
It was actually EPI. Exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, is a condition where your pancreas is unable to help break down your food.
It can lead to symptoms like diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
So getting to the right diagnosis meant being more open with my doctor about the severity of my symptoms and how often they were happening.
But there's good news. EPI is manageable, so don't wait any longer. Use the symptom checker at identifyepi.com and schedule a visit or call with your doctor to ask, could I have EPI?
Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
RS Financial Group and Orion Federal Credit Union present the 2021 World Championship Hot Wing Contest, August 28th at Tiger Lane, featuring the South Hall Cafe's World Wing Series. Earn a spot to compete for $25,000. Go to worldwingfest.com. August 28th, mark the date for the World Championship Hot Wing Contest and Festival at Tiger Lane. Live bands, $10,000 in cash prizes, presented by Orion Federal Credit Union, RS Financial Group, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of Memphis. Go to worldwingfest.com.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
It's like candy. I can feel it when you walk. Even when you talk, it takes over me. Yes, I'm dandy.
I don't know if you had anything planned on what. the weirdest thing I've seen in a while.
Tell me about it.
A report came out saying that he never said he wanted to leave Denver. Bro, not only did you...
What? Did he not ask for a trade?
I don't know. Go ahead. You had something much more important to talk about.
No, so he was on the All the Smoke podcast with Matt Barnes and.
So this 100% did come out of his mouth.
Yeah. So he went on there saying he didn't want to leave because they just made the Western Conference Finals with that team, but then at that time the front office traded Chauncey, traded JR, and at that point his back was up against the wall. That's from what he said, that he had to make the move.
Okay. But he also didn't wait until the offseason, and he forced it where they would have to trade so he watered down the Knicks team because he could have just went there that offseason. Melo, I fool with you, man, but come on, man. We don't have to do all this.
Well, this is one of the things again that where when you have all of the when you have a lot of players talking to players, the stories are awesome, and the camaraderie and all that stuff is very real. But the lack, this is where the lack of a journalistic kind of follow through is pretty obvious, because it's if you were to say that, the next question should be huh? What? Didn't you didn't you say you wanted out? Haven't you spent a lot of time dogging them out? All that stuff, and there's just no follow up. And so a lot of times on these podcasts, you'll see players just kind of telling their story, and then that's really it. There's no vetting of it, and there's a lot of players who memories are not always entirely accurate. Not every people's memories are not. There's been great studies done of this thing. People are not always reliable in terms of the way they remember something. It's not always representative of the actual truth. The way I feel about it, that may not necessarily be exactly how it happened out there. So, yeah, I'm with you there. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be quite honest with you. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense out there. By the way, if you are a soccer fan, Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the most famous players in the world, is now very possibly going to go rejoin Manchester United. Manchester United has, he has not been there for, I guess, about a decade or so. One of the first places that he ever played. Now he is being transferred from Juventus. There is a pretty high likelihood that he ends up in Manchester, back with Manchester United. So a lot of Manchester United fans listening in, you can make a little romantic return for the controversial figure out there. Are you going to watch the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley boxing match?
I actually do plan on watching it, bro. Why? If that stuff is more WWE than WWE though, man. I don't think any of that stuff is real.
I totally agree with that, but I'm saying, I don't even know why.
Oh, because it'll be on my TV free. I don't think that's
of course.
I'm not ordering it. No, if that's what you asked.
You got the Fire Stick back?
Man, Ben had, of course. No, I ain't paying for this stuff.
Well, you paying somebody for it.
I'm not going on ordering the fight. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Who do you think's gonna win?
The dude who's hosting the thing.
You think it's gonna be you think it's gonna look legit?
It's fake. No, it's gonna look extremely fake.
I don't know.
We can bet on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook have got a great day.
Then they started some fake thing where somebody said something about the dude's mama or something
like that. Somebody in Jake's camp.
Yeah.
And I'm
get out of here. It's all fake.
Yeah.
Oh, just knock, please.
They're gonna start tag team boxing next. It's gonna be.
I'm like, please just knock them.
The Mega Power is yeah.
Just knock them out, man.
I don't understand why this Paul, the Jake Paul and his brother. Who's the other brother?
Logan.
Logan Paul. That's right. Chris Paul, Ron Paul, Paul Bearer. None of these guys. I don't. Why do we even? This is where the influencer culture just kills me. And you're talking about your son wanting to be a YouTuber. My kids have talked about I want to have these channels. This is the This is so bad for us as a society. This is bad, man.
It is. But it creates heat. That's what it's all about. People want to. People
But
tune in to see
what
him
does that
get
even
knocked
mean?
out.
Like it creates heat. Like I mean, if you.
How can you be a
somebody
wrestling?
wants
How can
to-
you be a wrestling fan and then like what they're doing, man? That just sounds ridiculous. Like this is the exact same thing. They're just
no,
creating.
because of the nature of the who's doing it. Like I don't mind wrestling people doing wrestling stuff because of the nature of what wrestling is, especially if they're fighter or they're wrestlers that have trained to do it.
Oh, don't start the sweet science talk.
No. But this whole thing with the whole thing with not only with boxing, but like just in general with these guys skipping the line and going to take on a Tyron Woodley when they have not done anything to note, and Tyron Woodley demeaning himself, a former UFC champion, like a legitimately great mixed martial artist, just demeaning himself. That's the part that troubles me. I don't care if Jake Paul wants to fight Logan Paul on a pay-per-view. Who cares? Like neither one of them, But if they're fighting like trying to be like legit, trying to play this off as like a legitimate thing, no. Wrestling doesn't try to really play itself off as legit. Everybody knows it's wrestling. Like, no, they're not saying like, oh, this is a legit fight, but no, it's wrestling.
I've never seen wrestling say, okay, yeah, all this is staged. It's entertainment.
Yeah, but they also don't say like this is real. This is real. No,
Yeah, they do.
everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows what it is.
But everybody knows what this boxing stuff is. What that particular
I don't think
that stuff is.
I don't think everybody does.
Bro, we saw Roy Jones and Mike Tyson dance and hug each other for an hour.
Yeah. Well, that there's a lot of those things that are
Mike Tyson
BS
is a
as
killer.
well. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, all this stuff
Agree
is
with that.
all boxing is just garbage, rubbish. Period. So you're watching it for some kind of weird entertainment value. So I'll be tuning in, man. I hope somebody knock do that.
Rubbish.
I know
I agree.
I know it's a bunch of trash. So.
Just knock them out.
It's free.
I'm
It's
sick of
on my
it.
TV, so I'll watch it.
I'm sick of it. Just knock them out.
All right. Well, we're gonna see what happens. In the meantime, y'all be good. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy that Hot Wing Festival. Enjoy all the fun stuff that's going on in Memphis. Thanks to our friends at Accurate Memphis, bringing you hour number 3. Coming up next, middays. Greg and Eli got you all the way till 1 o'clock. Y'all be good.